Yeah,
nice, you know.
it's fairly gone down at the moment. I think it will pick up
Hmm.
potentially like in the coming weeks. I think it will pick up. Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like we get waves of people joining.
yes, I think that's like 50 new people.
Hmm.
And it's certainly going to pick up soon, or 100%.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like I said, it's just waves of people, you know. Friends tell friends, and then it
Yeah,
spreads.
yeah.
People
And just
see the success and they're like, what's going on, you know?
and it just basically builds up with time.
That's exactly it, brother. You know, it's gonna be like I said, it's gonna be a fun year, yo. We just gotta keep on pushing.
Yeah, all the way through. All the way through. You know, with the with the what's it called? The setup for you guys, like in the US, like with the Amazon accounts and stuff. I think that there was a question that was pushed out by one of the guys on the Telegram. I'm not too sure if he reached out to you, and he was looking for collab.
Mm.
Did you see it?
No, nobody messaged me.
Yeah, I think he reached out. I think he was looking for collab or something. Yeah, he actually asked for collab. Actually, yeah, he did ask for collab. Yeah.
I think they actually did message me, and I told them I was like, yo, just reach out to Caleb because
Oh, okay. Okay.
he's got like I said Caleb or Jonathan. I'm like they both have pretty legit guides, you know. But
Yeah,
it's like we need to like, and it's annoying because it's like sometimes we don't have the what's it called?
the proper guide.
Yeah, like you know, it's like the meeting's recorded or something. It's like we don't have access to them like Nyan does, and it's like I would literally write like a step by step guide on how to just you know
Yeah,
properly warm up to the account. Because technically we already have it. You know what I mean? Technically, like they both said it like multiple times. Like they almost say it every meeting. Because it's like people keep gotta going
yeah.
over this same thing, and I'm like, yo, we just need somebody needs to write this shit down. You know, and we'd be good. What's
So I
up,
think
everybody?
everyone.
Got a bunch of people in here now.
Yeah.
Don't mind us. We're just chit chatting. How's everybody's stores doing? How Belos? How's your new store? How many
Oh yeah. So
items do you have?
yeah, it's been crazy, man. I think it's between 15 to 30 orders every day. So I've been managing
Oh
that one.
wow, nice, nice, nice.
Yeah, I've been
Hell
managing that
yeah.
one, the other one,
Yeah,
but
man.
the pressure is picking up. I'm not gonna lie to you. The pressure
Hmm.
is. I've had
Yeah, I'm at 9 sales already. It's only half the day, bro. It's
yeah,
only 12 o'clock over here.
yeah, it's been mad.
Was that a new store you started, Bello? How many?
Yeah, yeah. I started actually 7 days ago. I'm already on 6K. So the orders are just flying like left and right, like non-stop.
That's crazy, man.
I'm just gonna give a little bit of detail. So Belos has these two stores, but he's only focusing on one right now. One has I think it's a 50 million pound or euro limit, and then
Yeah, and there's another
the other one
two.
is 2 billion.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What UK? Better. You're
Yeah,
UK, right?
UK, yeah, UK. So I've got two, and
So
I'm
he's
managing.
making the push. He's making the push. He's eventually gonna, you know, he's got the mini PC set up. He's slowly leveling
Yeah,
up, you know.
Are you just been bulk listing at 100%?
yeah,
Or
yeah. So bulk listing. So I started off 60% bulk listing. Sorry, I started off 60% markup,
yeah,
4.1, and then get left it for about 80 days. Streamlined it to 80%. Then I pushed it to 88%. Then I pushed it to 101%, and then it's literally non-stop. So
nice.
I'm
Man. How
playing
many
around the figures whilst I'm going along. Yeah, basically, yeah.
how many listings you on now for that on that store?
Almost 7,000 in space of I think like 6 7 days now. Yes, I'm still pushing though.
Yeah,
Savage, absolutely savage.
Yeah,
nice. I was gonna ask you,
Well,
Bello.
he said you're gonna dump in and start pushing, you
yeah.
know.
It's just
He said once you said that you were like, yo, I'm making like 25 to £3,000 a month. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Start pushing. You
Ben,
The
know.
main,
did you have
the
a
main,
previous store when you? I remember.
yeah, I've got a previous store. Yeah, I've got my main store when I started. I've got that one still in the background, so that's one still. I'm pushing orders on that one. I'm pushing orders on this one as well. So
I remember you saying a couple calls ago. Basically, I've got an idea. So I got one of my dad's stores that I created actually about 2-3 years ago. I actually changed
yeah,
it to a business LTD. It's under my dad's business, but
yeah.
he doesn't want to use it, and I want to change it into mine, into my LTD. But I'm not sure if I can do that or how that actually
So
works with eBay. But like, have you done that before? Because I remember there was some sort of
yeah,
conversation.
I had a case. So the case I had with my friend, that's one of the stores that I was able to get like a huge limit on. But I think with your case, what so it's your dad's eBay store. Has it got an LTD attached to it?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, so he might have to speak to eBay. If it gets tricky, you can get a solicitor involved, and then perhaps you probably have to say to them, we had issues with suppliers back then, but we're coming back into business. Um, the solicitor can easily draft up a letter for you. If it starts getting technical, try and just get POA on the solicitor's name, and then they'll take over the case from there. But at the time that we did it, I paid £120 for consultation fee, but it was pretty much straightforward. He basically just jumped on the phone. But it's worth it though. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's worth it because at the end of the day, like the account will be open, you have a huge limit, and then you just pump and go all the way through.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking, man. 'Cause I feel like I can't just waste that store. You know, like I've created it like a long time
What
ago. It's
what's
probably worth me even trying to try and get
well, you
that
need
change.
to what was the you need to check the defect rate. You need to check the was there any defect rates on the store or anything?
I'll have a
Was there
look.
any INR cases? Item not received cases?
There might have been like a couple. Yeah, I'm guessing like you have to sort all that out before you're actually doing anything with eBay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm, so it could be two things. If those cases were they fully resolved, or were you just basically left them where they are?
They're resolved. Yeah.
Okay. You might have to go back and check but I think it shouldn't be a problem though. But how long are we talking the account? How long is this account?
From like last year. It's only like last year, beginning of last year. As in that's when the LTD was. As in that's when it was
Yeah,
changed
I
to a
think
business
so.
account in LTD. Yeah.
Um, if it gets technical, you can get solicitors involved, and then request a POA on them, and then you could change the limited company, then get another bank account to that limited company, and then change everything over, and then I think you should be able to go. But it depends on how technical. It depends on. I'm just thinking because I think you should be fine. You should be fine. But if it gets difficult, just you can get a solicitor involved, and it should be fine.
Yeah.
But
Did you?
I think if it's the same surname, it shouldn't be a problem. If you're on the three-way call with them, it shouldn't be a problem with this with the eBay store. Your dad and yourself, I think, shouldn't be a problem. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you try and contact them first? Like, did you try and
Yeah. So
get it first with like an
yeah,
email, an email
yeah,
or
yeah,
something?
yeah, yeah. I did try to speak to them first, and then I just seeked advice, and then I got sort of involved. I just paid that consultation fee 120, and then really actually he didn't really do anything though. He just had that free money.
Yeah. Fair. Yeah. Okay.
So
Cool. But I think it's worth it, right? In the end of the
yeah, it's
day.
worth it. It's just worth
Yeah.
it. You just have to push through. It's really worth it. You just have to
Yeah.
push through.
Could I ask? Could you maybe send me a DM in terms of what you
Yeah. Sure. I
Yeah.
will. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate that. Yeah. Cool. Nice one, man.
Is there anyone that wants to go through the stores, talk about anything, figures, markup, ad rates, issues with customers?
Are you thinking to scale your score to like 50K listings then, Bello? Is that what you're thinking to do to your big
So
one?
yeah, so I spoke about that lady, the lady from Asda and stuff. Like
Yeah.
I'm basically using her store as a leverage, so I'm just literally using her store for leverage. But going back on the challenge that Rup is doing, I think it's pretty much on the same level, but like you need to be obviously with everything, you need to have your foundation really strong. So you need to have you need to have your Amazon accounts in place. You need to make sure you have no issues with the bank accounts. Just basically ensuring customer service is on point. Your discounts. You basically have to be on top of everything every day, because when you're pushing a store at that level, like the orders are just coming non-stop and the queries are also building up. So your foundation and your back end has to be really, really tight in order to push to hit those figures like 50,000, 100,000. But I think to push a store, obviously the limit is there, but to push a store to about 100,000 plus, like it's bonkers. But you need to have your foundation in place, though. That's the only thing I could state here.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. How many Amazon accounts you got right now?
So I do have 3 for my main store, and for this one I got almost 4, I think, in place. 4. I'm trying to do another 2, but yeah, fingers crossed. Like
Yeah, nice.
there's a
Yeah,
lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure, but yeah, like everything comes with pressure, anyways. You just got to persevere through, basically. Yeah.
yeah. So I guess it's just part of learning. You know, I feel
Yeah.
like because even now I'm on my second store, I'm trying to scale that, and I'm
Yeah.
thinking, like, I think my mindset is like try and scale that one to as much as I can to the listings, and then try and get a VA, because like now I'm not doing
Yeah.
both stores at the same time. It's now kind of like it's quite a lot.
It builds up. I'm even feeling the pressure. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like
Yeah,
the second store, I think the second store pressure is more than the first store, because the first store I'm getting like between 9 and 10 sales, and those ones are like it fluctuates between like big orders and middle range orders. But with the second store, it's just like between £1 to £100, obviously within that range, and they just literally come like from all corners. So it's just it's just you have to be on top of it, and then you have to run the CSV check in the morning. I tried to run a CSV check in the morning and evening, like for both stores, because at the end of the day, like I had 1 case on the new store where the product changed to, I think, was it £7.99, but initially it was like £3.10 or something weird like that.
yeah,
See there, I had to take that loss, but as you persevere across, like it pays off. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I had other orders in between that literally like just counteract that loss. So it's really worth it. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, that thing about sales does drive more sales.
Yeah.
This actually such facts, especially with this.
But
Yeah,
I strongly feel like if you obviously like reject or regain that account, just push through the same thing. But it is a lot of work. You have to be on the ball. I wouldn't really advise someone doing it with a 9 to 5, even though I'm doing it with 9 to 5, but I wouldn't really advise, because you have to be really on the ball. You can't just leave the orders, you can't leave the queries. It will just pile up to the late night, and it's just going to be too much for you, trust me.
yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Like, even if I do get that store, I think at that point, like, I think I'll have to start looking at VAs, because it'll be like too much to even have 3 stores. So I think at that point, like, I'd need to like definitely look at VAs and investing in that. But yeah, I just thought I'd ask you, because I know it probably is worth it, because that store could be a 5K a month store potentially, So I feel like it's worth it.
If you streamline it really well, like following the process we've been taught, like so 60, then 80, then push it within like a few days to 88, then push it to 100 and 101. I strongly feel there's no doubt we can all make it. It's just a replication of what's been implemented, and it's proven that it works. So yeah.
That's actually that. Have you got them on separate PCs and stuff as well?
Yeah, separate PCs. That's correct. Yeah. So I got one. I got a ThinkPad for the main store, my old ThinkPad, and I got a new one, and then I got another ThinkPad. So pretty much, yeah. My old ThinkPad miraculously started working again. So yeah.
ThinkPads are quite good, aren't they? I remember in my last workplace.
It could really take a beating. I'm not gonna lie. Those laptops are really, really strong. Like it could go and go and go for days. Yeah.
Yeah, they're powerful as well, aren't they? So it's like, yeah. That's what I'm thinking for my third one. Like, get a ThinkPad as well.
And just push it through, pretty much. Yeah.
Are you doing mobile IPs, or like are you doing like?
No, so I've got a MiFi device for one of the PCs, and I've got just a house, the home PC, the home internet basically. So yeah, that's what I'm just been doing all the way through, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
But the challenge, so the challenge sometimes with the orders that keep going in and out, like you can get like in the day I've had like almost 50 or 60 queries. It's just non-stop, and you have to be on the ball basically. Yeah,
How many queries?
50 to 60.
That's crazy. Like,
Yeah,
7K listings, that's mad. It's just like because you're scaling fast, do you reckon? Like
yeah,
that's
it's because you're scaling fast. Yeah, it's a factor as well. When you start scaling fast, it's a factor as well. It comes with its own problems, but the problems come with money, and the money comes with like it's like a little pyramid basically. Yeah.
yeah, it's a side. Have you invested in that 10K listings for Econ Sniper?
No. I'm actually, so my thoughts was gain a bit of profit from here, then perhaps purchase maybe like 2 sets of that, and then just spread it across. Gain a little bit profit from here, then spread it across. That was on my mindset all the way through. So my pretty much the little profit that come from this, I spread it across, then buy 2 sets of that, and then just basically just close my eyes and then just take it all the way through. Basically, yeah.
Yeah, because I just
But yeah, it's worth it. Yeah.
yeah, because I reinvested it because after doing this like since August last year, I was like, okay, cool. I want to
Yeah.
scale my second account, so I bought the 10-month one, sorry not 10-month, the 3-month one for the 10K, to see like just so I can actually just scale my second account a bit more. But I think it is like once you have the chance to, if you can reinvest like the business profit.
Yeah, it's just pretty much all the way through. And then so my first store, obviously, I done a bit of product substitution. Obviously, I faced a bit of hurdles when I started. I was banned by Amazon twice. Oh, so I think someone asked a question: if Amazon account gets banned, do you figure out order? Wait, if an Amazon account gets banned, do you have to figure out all the orders on it? Do you have to change anything like name things? Also, do you have to save? Yeah, so with mine, what happened was I had to. My issue was they banned me basically because obviously I never used Amazon to do the orders on eBay. It was just recently, like obviously when I started, and then I think it's because of the level of orders coming in. Obviously, it creates a sort of attention. So they took me off, and then they asked me to send my ID and stuff. And for some weird reason, like, after a few days, I was waiting, it wasn't coming through. So I used my my family friend's account as well on the same IP, and they got banned as well. Oh, it was just a crazy one. And then I think they got in touch with my, because she basically called up and then she said, "What's this about?" Blah blah blah, and they were like, "Oh, unsuspected orders running through the account." But my one was I thought I was not gonna get unbanned for some weird reason. Mine took longer than expected because I thought it was only 3 days, but it took longer. But for some weird reason, they reinstated the account on the basis of the length of the account. So if the account has a long, I think if your account has been with them for probably like, I don't know how long, but maybe like 5-10 years. Obviously, there's factors that are in place where they would obviously use that to release their account. But I think apart from that, if it's fairly early accounts, I don't think they would. It depends on the person that you speak to on the phone, actually, I think. But with your situation, if an account gets banned, you have to figure out what it was. So if an account gets banned, certainly you need to perhaps use a family member's account and then try and just get the orders that you have from eBay and then fulfill those orders off that account potentially. But I'll strongly advise if you're fulfilling the orders, just do half in the morning and half in the night. At least it'll not create suspicion, basically. Yeah.
As because just the other question for the failed listings,
Yeah.
That's usually not a result of your seller list. It's usually your product hunter. Because it should only grab the correct like items. So if you go into the status report on bulk lister, it'll tell you exactly why they failed. It's possible you've not set up product hunter to get the right items or something like that. It could just be Amazon had like a issue with your IP and they soft banned it and bulk lister didn't recognize it. So yeah, it's usually not the sellers. I mean, personally, I would still manually get the sellers. I wouldn't use the grab all button, but it's easy at the beginning. But yeah, it's usually failed listings aren't usually because of your competitor list. No, it's just your competitor list that determines whether the items you get are going to be useful or not. But you should still be getting successful items even if they're not the right ones. So it's they're not really the same thing. If that answered the question. Just check the status report and see why they're failing.
So I think another person's asked a question, Delta. Says I've just fulfilled 5 orders now. I usually do it all in one go. I hope it does in case. How long have you had that Amazon account for, Abdul?
I do them all in one go, but I do notice, see if I spread them out, I get less payment revisions throughout the day.
Oh, so are you using a virtual card?
No, I just use my no, I use real cards. I get a lot of payment revisions. I used to never at the beginning, and then just one day I get them every day. For the first
Yeah,
month I didn't get any. But yeah, if I spread them out, sometimes I won't get like any payment revisions, but then if I leave all my orders right till the end of the day,
yeah.
I'll get like 5 on every single order, and it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I get that as well, man. It's a headache. But I heard if you have like a normal high street, like if you got like a high street bank and you it's basically it's a system that triggers if it's not a high street bank, it doesn't keep triggering it. It's the bank that you're using is a high street bank.
Yeah. I think well, my main ones right now are one's Monzo, one's HSBC. They both have the same issue.
No, that's strange.
But I've tried looking into if you can whitelist Amazon, but I don't think it's possible.
Yeah.
Because that would be cool. I usually wait.
Because I know certain cards trigger it. Because I got told if it's a virtual card or like a bank that hasn't got the if it's not a high street bank, it hasn't got the actual licenses and all that stuff, it triggers it on the system and it just rejects it and asks you to go back in and revise the payment.
I think that's I don't know about the payment revisions. I don't actually know what they are. But I know for one-time passwords, some banks are worse than others. Like HSBC, I get a lot more one-time passwords than Monzo. As for he also said, what did he say? Placing them after I usually wait an hour after someone places an order. It doesn't really matter because eBay and Amazon doesn't know when your order was placed on eBay. So you
Okay.
can just place the order right away. There's no point waiting after the order came. But yeah, if you did want to spread them throughout the day, then yeah, you could wait. But I wouldn't like have a static. I wait an hour after someone orders.
Yeah.
I don't think it would make a difference. So I place one on. Yeah, and then I guess yeah, like you were saying, he can just like spread them out throughout the day. But honestly, I don't think I ever done that.
Yeah. There's a guy that started, I think the same time, I think like a month before me. So he's done about 500 orders and he said that he does 5 in a day and 5 at night. So it doesn't really create suspicion basically.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that there probably is some truth. Like I said, when I like, because sometimes I if I'm not doing anything, I'll just do the orders as they come in. Sometimes
Yeah.
I wait till the end of the day, and I do notice when I wait and I fulfill them all at once, everything has a payment revision almost, like
Yeah.
almost everything. Whereas throughout the day, sometimes if I'm just like lazy, like I'm not doing anything important, and I'll do my orders throughout the day as they come in. I sometimes on some accounts I will still get payment revisions on some, but on most of them I get like none. But yeah, I wouldn't like expect them to ban my account over it. And if they do, I'll just make a new one. Like they're like paper, man. They're like toilet paper. They're just disposable. But yeah, I've never had an account like risked or like suspended though. I've seen some people have issues, but I've got lucky, I guess.
So I've realized, you know, when you have, so sometimes when you can't find an order, yeah, and you're trying to like prevent you having a case against eBay, like you know how we normally say do not cancel order from your side. What I've realized over this store that I've been building is when the item is not available and I can't find it on Amazon, I just basically pick up the phone and call the customer. And
Yeah, I've seen some people do that. That's an interest. I've never done it because I don't want to talk to the customer.
it's so good. And
But
trust
no,
me,
it is a good
it's
idea. Yeah,
resolved.
that's really good customer service.
Yeah, it resolves all the issues straight away. Like I just basically
I might actually try that in the future.
yeah, pick up the phone, call the customer, and they just basically cancel the order from their side. There's no issues. And
Yeah, because they wouldn't be expecting it either. Like they'd probably be really flattered that because how many times does Amazon call you saying like your order's been canceled? They just do it. So it's actually a really good idea.
Yeah, so it's really worked for me like throughout this week. So I'm not gonna lie
I might
to
actually
you.
do that in the future.
Yeah, it's been crazy though. Sometimes if I get cases where the item's out of stock as well, I call them, I let them know I've got an alternative product, and I just basically just tell them, and then just send it off or not send it off and cancel straight. So yeah, it streamlines everything basically. Yeah.
So I'm just reading the other one. Item is VERO and not in stock are the most reasons, but I don't get VERO item ticked. Yeah, it's still I think it's been a problem for a while. I think Ecom Sniper, they have two different systems for detecting if something is VERO. The product hunter system I think is different than the bulk lister one, so sometimes some seep through. Even though ideally we wouldn't have any VERO items on bulk lister, but the not in stock is just determined by your delivery day. So I don't know, maybe you could increase it if it's not gonna hurt your store or anything like that. Like is to make sure that you can fulfill the orders on time.
Yes.
VERO are just that you're just gonna get them. Like it's just there's nothing. Again, I don't think your competitor list will change anything like related to that.
Yeah, so
Also, I don't think you actually lose any credits as well or out of stock.
No. You only lose credits when they generate the title, the snipe title button.
Yeah, I don't think does that for VERO ones. I'm actually not sure which ones fail on the ones that actually take credit.
So I read somebody say that VERO items do cost credits when it fails them, but I don't really believe them.
Yeah,
I can't be bothered testing it though, to be fair. But yeah, I am positive it is the generation of the AI title is what consumes the credits. Because when you look at it on the website, like on Amazon's page, it says snipe title 1 credit.
Yeah.
So yeah, if it fails, it doesn't generate a title.
So basically, normally I don't text them. I just call them. So I know you're saying you're not allowed to call, but normally when you call a customer and you just let them know that obviously you're from the eBay store, blah blah blah, it's like you're sort of building a rapport with them. But I get what you mean that you're not allowed to, but trust me.
Wait, me? No. I didn't say you're not allowed to. I just
no. I mean, talk.
meant
there's a message on talk.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine. So yeah, you can actually call the customers, but I don't message them. I don't message them off my phone. I just call them. Does it make sense? Talk.
That's right. Even I do usually whenever there is a out of stock or whatever the reason, I used to call them and say apologies that it has been out of stock. But what I do is please cancel the order from your end, Mr. Customer. As soon as it's done, as soon as we restock them, I will give 5% additional discount. They will be so happy to hear that message. Yeah, I used to do that, and followed by I send a SMS message also.
Yeah.
They because these days no one used to call from eBay or Amazon. No one used to call the customer to say apologies.
Crazy.
So when they heard this sound, they were really impressive.
Delta, are you still pruning?
Wait, where are you? Who are you on Discord? Was that you messaging me?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't message you on Discord.
Oh, I don't know who. I don't remember saying I was pruning, but I did recently. Maybe I said it.
Yeah, I think that was last week. You said you reached 30-something thousand. You're pruning down.
Oh, that might have been Icy.
Oh, okay. Oh, that much.
Yeah, I did prune though. Like we actually done it at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I just did it in one like fell swoop.
Well,
I think I
obviously-
went from like 24 to 14,000 or something like that.
Wow. But did you see the traction?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's really hard to quantify. Because like I guess I mean not definitely I didn't see anything the next day. No. But then like a couple days later I did. But at the same time, I've also recently listed like 2,500 items. So I don't know if it's because of pruning or if it's because I'm just listing tons of in-demand items. So it's kind of hard to say. I've pruned before and I didn't see anything, but like.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really hard to like get real evidence on that. I know the like the idea that like pruning brings in more sales or something like that, but I don't. I certainly like I don't feel like my shop has like rocketed or anything.
Did you use CSV tracker or you just use the option that shows you on the eBay, like on the eCom app? Basically, so when you go into the eBay store, right underneath it, it gives you an option end low end low view items. What is it called? What's it under? 1 second.
Yeah. I use that one.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks though. But yeah, it takes a while because like when you prune items on a page, that page then gets filled with items from the next page because now that page has less items on it, and then they funnel in from the other, so it reprunes on that page. So it actually takes like up to like 10 times per page. So, but it's automatic. So like if you just leave it for an hour, it'll be fine. It'll do all of them.
Okay.
But you have to keep an eye on it because you obviously don't want to prune items that are new.
That's true.
Because obviously they're not going to have many views. So I usually do it in like runs of like 1,000 items or something like that, maybe 2,000 because I had like a lot of items. And then I sort by like start date to get the earliest the oldest items at the beginning, and then just do it at like 2,000 items at a time and then I check what date it's at, and then if it's like the current month, then I stop.
Oh, so there's an option on the certain side of it. Wait, I can't even.
But how come you pruned Deltas? Just like it's been a while. First time you actually pruned since
limits. I ran out of limits.
Fair.
Yeah. Because I list quite like high value stuff.
Okay. Oh yeah, I remember you saying you do like less orders, high value, right?
Yeah. It's worked out, but I do get some days where I feel like if I started off and I seen this store, I would think that the store is over. Because like some days I don't get many. I get like 4 or 5 orders.
Yeah.
But then other days I do really well. Like I think actually yesterday was my highest day. I think I did like £150 profit or something. That was a really good day, and it was from like 15 orders.
That's unreal. Yeah.
But so it's quite back and forwards. It's not very smooth. I notice a lot of other people have like a lot smoother sales because they have a lot of the cheaper stuff that always sells, whereas mine is quite kind of up and down. But it works. It works out. It works for me.
Yeah, because actually, it's funny you say that because even my day yesterday was actually great as well. So I think it might be like certain days eBay just pushes stuff, but yeah, I think because I'm now maxed out my limits now for my first store, but I think I'm gonna just leave it for like a month or two and just see how it goes, and then maybe just prune the really old ones for like 2 or 3K.
Yeah. No, I'm a constant lister, so like I list every day. So even though like the account is kind of like, I guess it's matured.
Have you just got the one account or?
No, I've got 2. I'm listing on another one as well, and then I have another one ready. But I need to get my VA. I'm still kind of interviewing, so I don't want to, because I do other stuff as well. So it would be too much right now. So, but once I get the VA, I'm I have like 2 other accounts ready to start scaling them.
Nice.
But I do notice anytime I list, like I think, I mean, to be fair, I've not gathered proper evidence, but the times that I've checked that there'll be days that I'm like, oh wow, my sales are quite good today. And then I'll check when the items were listed, and like 10 or 20% of the sales that day were the items I literally listed the day before. So I quite like just listing constantly.
Do you use the ends and sell similar?
I do. Yeah, I think that's what he was talking about there. That's the one I
Yeah.
use.
I actually think it's quite good. I don't know. I've been doing that every day since my first store like been maxed out in terms of limits. And so I was like, okay, cool. It's probably another way to try and push a store in terms of seeing it as a new listing for eBay. I've been doing that, and I feel like it's been quite good recently. So I think it does help actually, especially if you've maxed out your limits for a store and you've got no more limits on that account. I think
I literally have no choice then.
yeah, that to keep the account alive and to kind of keep like eBay thinking you're still listing. It's still a good like. Good.
Platform likes momentum, so the more you keep like listing and just going back and forth, it likes that. It's weird, but yeah.
I did some actually let me see the messages in case there was anything new. For holds
You guys
no longer available. I don't know. I think it was like 2 weeks for me. Well, the holds aren't like ever not available. It just takes a while for the money to release.
But you know, it looks like the secret behind this is even with this new store that I was creating. Immediately I got it. I just had TrackerBot, so within 10 days they just basically unlocked it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I noticed that on another one as well. I think it's just the amount of orders you get that are marked as delivered.
Yeah.
I think. No, I was gonna say I was just checking the messages. I did some. I mean, I don't want to. Like this is just my own like experience, but I did some like I made some graphs of my store, and I actually I did it with I done them for Icy as well because I got like he gave me his sales data because I wanted to see if it was just my store to see how like useful listing above 100 is. And I found that like I got like one sale a month over like £100. So obviously it makes sense because it is like there's less items at that price range that are listed, but it didn't really match how much I had listed. So I don't sell over my product hunter. I set a maximum of like 50 now, just to like so I can list more and my limits just don't get exceeded. So I have more chances of a sale. It's been okay.
I think last week, because I didn't run the CSV checkout the night, I think it was the night before. Yeah, the night before, I actually lost a huge profit on a product that was like £100 plus. It was crazy. Like it was so crazy. I couldn't believe it.
That's brutal. I got that the other day, but it wasn't £100. It was like £90, or well, no, it was listed at 50 and then it went up to 90.
Yeah.
Like when I fulfilled it, but I managed to find a cheaper one that was like because it was just like blinds. It's just a generic brand, so I found a cheaper one, so I was able to save a bit of money, but I still lost a bit.
It's crazy.
Pain in the ass.
Guys, a quick question. When you have like 5 Amazon accounts on one device, because basically right now I reached the limit. So when you open a new Amazon accounts, you use, I don't know, like your, like iPhone or what, how do you deal with that? Like if you want to have like another 5 Amazon accounts, but there's like, 5 limits on one device.
So what I did was mine was on a Chrome, so I've got 5 different profiles on the Chrome with different phone numbers basically. So I only use the phone number route, the phone number technique. Delta, do you use a different method? Oh, Delta's gone.
Like VERO, I think this is the one, like phone numbers, like basically the one from you take it from online, or all those numbers you.
No, I don't use virtual numbers. I just use normal SIM cards. So I 5 different numbers or 5 different phones basically, and I just So once I get a notification on that, I give it to Amazon, and then I just basically like use that to. That's what I've done. But I don't know if there's any other options with other ones. Raheel, have you got more Amazon accounts that you created differently?
And when you reach this 5 Amazon accounts, and 5 different Chrome profiles on one device, and you want to open another 5 Amazon accounts, like
basically
how
other relatives. So I just basically use other relatives to just create accounts, basically. So each person can have to 5. So it's people around me are basically used to help them as well.
so you use like friends and family for.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Yeah.
so let's say when you have the and you do it like on their phone, it's possible to basically manage orders from phone as well. Like I don't know, let's say
Never use your phone. Just use the PC to fulfill the orders. Never use the phone. I normally use the PC to fulfill the orders. It's going to be difficult. You can't really fulfill the order off your phone with auto order with Ecom Sniper. It's challenging. So you just do it on the PC.
always on the PC. Oh, okay. So basically, has to be like another laptop, let's say, for to realize another orders, right?
You just have to put the Ecom Sniper on another so just put it this way: 5 different Chrome profiles on a PC with Amazon accounts with your tracker bot assigned to it, and then that's basically how you do it. So when you have an order of the store, you just obviously go into that Chrome profile and then use that Chrome profile to fulfill the order of it, and then it registers off trackable, and then it syncs the order onto the eBay store. Does it make sense?
Okay, so yeah, just got it. So basically, it's always have to be another laptop. If I want to have another 5 Amazon accounts, it has to be another laptop, and yeah, this is how it has to be done, right? Like there is no option for different devices.
So I would say not necessarily has to be another. Well, for my own laptop, I've got 5 different Chrome profiles on there, but obviously I've got relatives that I do get help off them and use their stuff. So I think I haven't really done it more over the 5, but I wouldn't, to be in a safe way, I wouldn't really push it, but you can if you want to push it. But me personally, I have only up to 5 on one different Chrome profiles.
Yeah, but I think the 5 is the limit, right? Like there's no possibility to, and so I don't. So basically, the situation because I already have 5 right now, so I can have more. But so basically, in that situation, I can ask like another person if I have, I don't know, like more orders. So basically, ask them to order it for my client, right?
Yeah, but what I was going to ask you, have you fully warmed the 5 profiles up properly?
They're warmed up. Yeah, they're warmed up. So what I have done, it's scrolling through, browsing through the first days. Later, I made the order. I do it differently because I right now I'm in the US market, so basically some accounts they have their shipping address for the US, which I have location there, and some of them I use my European address for like the first order. But I think it has to match, first order has to match.
So your stores are not in the UK. Your stores are in the US.
Yep. I know you guys here are all UK, but I just wanted to jump here.
I can only give you what works for us in the UK. You might have to speak to someone in the US. I don't know if Boss Monty's here. 1 second. Is Boss Monty here? 1 second. I think he's here. You might have to speak to him. I think he's driving at the moment. To ask him how he creates his, because I know in the UK our ways is different.
It's different. It's different, right? It's different. The UK and the US, there are some differences. Okay.
Because I know you guys have the Poshmark method as well. So there's a few things that you guys can do, but in the UK we're sort of limited, basically. Yeah.
Got it. Well, it's when you have a moment like to send the contact who is doing that already, like with many accounts, because I know I have one person is having for one eBay account he has 23 right now Amazon accounts, because there is a ton of orders. I think
in the US.
In the US, he has like 100 and average 110 orders per day. So it's he has a lot of Amazon accounts per one eBay account, per one eBay store.
You might have to reach out to that person, unfortunately. I have a feeling maybe in the US is more like you guys have, obviously there's other options in the US, and I think because it's a bigger market, like I'm not really saying there's a bigger market, so there's more opportunities, but in the UK you're partially limited, but in the US obviously there's other ways, basically. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, sorry for to interrupt. Like, I know you guys here is
that's
only
fine.
UK market.
No,
But
that's
did I
fine.
just catch the last bit of that? Was that in regards to making more Amazon accounts? I've definitely seen from my side if you want to try that, it's definitely good to, because I actually had my first original account banned under my name because I was like doing like I think like 30 orders on it.
Yeah.
Even though it's an aged account, I think I was doing that every day. But what I did is just basically do proxies and incognito kind of sub browser kind of set up all my Amazon accounts now, and they're all still under my name. So it's another way to think about if you have got your account banned. That's a good way of doing it. Is basically get a proxy and get a kind of browsing protector service like Incognition, and then you can still set up all your Amazon accounts under your name using that.
How many Amazon accounts did you create through the proxy?
So basically, I've got around I think 13 right now Amazon accounts, and they're all they're all in their own proxy basically. So 13 profiles, 13 proxies. Yeah, I'm using like a cheap proxy as well because Amazon don't really care, to be honest. I've realized. So I found like this cheap proxy online, which has been quite good. So it's a website called MPP, which is like £1 a month for the proxy. So I've done that and I've set it up on all my.
Well, how many proxies?
No, for one proxy.
Oh, just for one proxy, or
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like I think like £10 right now that I'm doing for each. Yeah, so it's not bad. I mean, it's still like it's decent, and then I get set up Amazon accounts under my name as well.
Oh wow, that's crazy! Wow. I think there's something. Oh, I think I've sent them the wrong. So basically, someone's asking about the bookkeeping. We can use the option in Ecom Sniper is under the dashboard, right? Like,
yeah, it's on the Ecom Sniper website. If you go on to orders and dashboard under orders, then you can if you got one store, then it's great just to use that because it connects up and automatically syncs. If you've got more than one, then I suggest just making your own Excel spreadsheet and then do a profit and loss, just to make it easier and separate it out.
So I'm just gonna add that for you. 1 second. I've just got the link up. 1 second. Let me just. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, Boss Monty, that's the one. Yeah. I'll just reply to that message. That's fine. Does anyone want to go over their stores or anything? Problems they've had, issues with orders, customers.
I had an issue this week. I'm not sure if anyone's come across this. So basically, this guy was saying that he's like off grid. So the delivery address was a petrol station.
Yeah.
And I got the order delivered there, but he said he couldn't collect it because they needed a collection code. But obviously, I don't think we have a collection code.
No, we can't do that. It's going to go under your name. I think. So he was not able to give you any address at all.
So no, he doesn't have an address. I don't know. I don't know where he lives, but he just lives somewhere close to this petrol station. And yeah, he was just like, I've got 2 orders sitting there because he obviously had someone else who'd probably done a similar thing, and he can't collect them. And I was like, I'm fine to phone the petrol station and speak to them. He's just like, but the guys there they just want someone to have a code to collect. So I was just like, right, I'll just refund you, but
yeah, he might have to get. Yeah, it's up to him. He could go to the post office, or he could. So I've had orders where people have actually like delivered to hotels. To be honest with you, like Travelodge, all that stuff, and provided obviously the. Oh, I think someone's lifted their hands up. Sorry. Sorry, go on, Abdul.
Hi there, Bellows. How are you? How's everyone doing?
Yeah, good, not bad.
I mean, I've just, obviously, thanks for your tips, everyone today. So I've just called the customer, which was not really answering on messages, and obviously she just cancelled the order from her side. So I think that is all good. Yeah, apart from that, I have a few questions regarding the CSV processor, really. Not sure if you can really help me out here.
Sure, what was the question? Just go ahead, yeah.
The thing is, when I have tried to import listings from eBay, I think someone already answered it on the chat, but I just want to really confirm it. It has happened today as well. Yeah. So I recently started using the CSV tracker, and what seems to have happened is I never get the last 100 listings which I've done. So yesterday I posted on the 100 listings, and today, whereas it should show about 1,300 listings on the obviously the Excel, it doesn't show 1,300 on the CSV. It only shows 1,200. I'm not sure if that's a mistake or if that is something where the software recognizes that.
Was a failed listing?
I don't think so, because most of them are active on eBay.
So if you're sending out offers, sometimes that you don't get the full it like fails on updating some of them. If you sent out offers or coupon or.
So at the moment, eBay shows I have got about 1,312 listings active, whereas the CSV processor, it has only retrieved about 1,199 listings.
The only way I can think about it is that probably somewhere failed in between, or some of them were VERO, which it doesn't pick up, because it has the certains on there that shows like it doesn't pick up VERO. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, see, then shouldn't I be getting an error message from eBay saying that that's an invalid listing, though?
It'll go straight into your drafts. I think it'll go straight into your draft. So if you look down on your listing, wait, I think it was the listings or
Well, on the messages, I've got messages today, but only one of them is invalid because it was something to do with knives and stuff. So I've got rid of that. But I still got about 1,312 active listings.
So
I mean, the only reason I ask is because I don't want to be missing out on things where I'm not adjusting the price, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So if you go onto listings and you go on, if you go on to sell, then go on to overview, then click on listings. There should be on the left side, there should be something that shows drafts, and it will show you that it's probably just not gone in, and it's just basically laid in drafts. Basically, does that make sense?
Let me just have a look. I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's gone into drafts. Yeah. Have you seen it there?
Yeah, I can see that. But my question is, shouldn't it then show actual active listings though? Like, shouldn't the number be far more lower? I don't know, maybe I'm just being silly, but to me it makes sense, like.
I'm trying to think outside the box to see why it might have not gone on there. I'm just trying to think. Is there anyone that's happened to before in the chat, or?
I also see that I have like 600 in drafts right now for some reason.
Yes, that's failed. I think that's failed listings. Yeah, those are failed listings. It's got VERO in there as well, etc.
I have majority of which I have listed yesterday, maybe too much. I think 450 listings I did yesterday. So I see that around 300. I think it's in drafts for some reason from yesterday.
Abdul, I might have to.
sorry, the CSV process is just completed and it says error 38, which is understandable, but this is still far from the 1,300 listings though.
So if you get errors on the CSV, so it's either out of stock or because there's two things. I think it's either out of stock or something around
Or you
policy.
sent out or you sent out offers. Right? So if the CSV tracker isn't uploading and it says it's completed, 36 failed, 1,000 something completed, that means that you sent out offers, or you know, you have active offers sent out. You have a coupon out, something. You sent out coupons, or you could have sent out 5%, depending on how long they last.
Okay.
It won't pick
You
up on
reckon
that.
that
There is an option on when you launch a sales event. There's two boxes that you can check. When you check the box, it says like allow price revisions. If you don't check that box on eBay's end, the tracker won't change the price. Like it'll take it out of the CSV tracker. Once it changes the price, it'll take it out of, you know, the sale on eBay. But like I said, you need to have it on eBay's end and check that box with the what is it, the sale event.
I mean, I'm just looking at this obviously from my side though, but I've only sent offers for about 15 products though, and I would still say that I still need.
It could be multiple people, or you know, it could be. So depending on how long you have the sale, like the offer sent for, you know what I mean? I have all mine set to. I don't know if the UK can do this too, but I have all my offers. I send them all for one day. That way, people panic buy them.
Fair enough, yeah.
You know.
Okay, I mean, I've just asked that because I've used the CSV tracker for 3 days now, and every day I've noticed that there's 100 lower listings compared to what are active really. So I was a bit concerned what's really happening, but yeah, fair enough. I'll still keep an eye out.
When you download the raw items, do you have the correct number when you download that?
Well, that's the problem. That when I download the raw items, it says 1,199, whereas I have got active 1,312.
Right, I haven't come.
And I've gone to the Excel file.
the CSV is like a fast track kind of thing, but honestly, the slow tracker is honestly better than the CSV tracker. It's just slower. You know what I mean? It does the same thing, and you can even leave it on continuously. Like if you have a fast enough computer, you just leave the slow tracker on forever and just have it running in the background, and it just monitors everything.
I'm going to sound silly here, but I've never used the slow tracker, and I'm not too sure how to access that.
Yeah, so you pretty much, it's literally just pressing start at the top of the thing, and it's just going to sit there and go through each of your items one by one by one. You know.
Oh, got it. Fair enough. Okay, fair enough. Got it.
You just gotta tick. Right, I think you just gotta tick the two top boxes on the main, before it says additional settings. It's the top part of the page, pretty much. Yeah, that's what it is, pretty much.
Thank you.
Just tick the two boxes and make sure you just adjust the global markup to whatever. Make sure everything's set properly.
That's what I've done. With regards to this global markup as well, obviously I've been following this up to 10 days. I was doing 60% markup, and then I've been asked to raise it to 80%. Is there a way, just so you know, like I can get more sales as well, is there a way for me to still restrict those 1,000 items to 60% and then increase those rest of them to 80%? Is that possible, or is that something I need to do manually?
No, so you do that on variable pricing. You can you can do zero to items that are zero to $5. You could set them at a certain percentage. Items $5 to $10. It's on the CSV tracker settings.
Yeah, fair enough. I thought there would be a different option in there which has that, you know, to select number of listings from certain dates. I thought that would be possible, but that's fine. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you, guys. That's all from me.
So someone's asked, how do you get more competitors on how do you get more competitive basically on your e-com sniper? What you can do is so for example, go onto Amazon now, type in the name of a product, the product comes up, click on the product, look for the eBay bag attached to the product, trace it across to eBay. Then you're gonna see a blue like a blue little banner that says extract all sellers, extract all the sellers that's selling that same product on eBay from Amazon, and then you just repeat the product. You repeat the process on other on Amazon again to have other products competitors. Basically, does that answer the question, Cryptic?
Also, Cryptic, you can also go on like if you're just looking for more like sellers and stuff that are all drop shippers. I think somebody had mentioned it like a while back, but you could go on eBay's end and you just type in like Amazon Basics, and then you just copy pretty much like 99.5% of all the people that are selling Amazon Basic items are all drop shippers. So you could literally just go page after page after page after page and just copy every single seller that's there, and then just upload that right to the scanner. Like the other 0.5% is some grandma that accidentally bought an extra pack. And you'll just, obviously remove grandma, but keep the other people, if there even is any. Mainly they're all drop shippers.
And guys, a quick question: how do those listings which are right now in drafts, how to get them, like get back to active listings?
So the items that are in draft, you can post them, but it's not fully recommended because some of them could be VERO. If they're failing, it could be failing for a reason. Like you might not. It could have been on your item of restricted words. Could be a few.
Oh, gotcha. So it's better. So it's not worth it, right? It's better to try new bulk listing and
yeah. I think I have like 3,000 drafts out of like almost 10K listings.
Got it. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So we
Mhm.
just keep bulk listing.
Yeah. Just keep on listening.
I wanted to ask you also about like some your recommended or like your best technique for comparison research, because some I know that only scan for like sales in last 24 hours and do it every day for, I don't know, let's say like 2,000 sellers, or yeah, like if you have some preferable options for that for competitor research.
So me personally, so I do like I don't scan all the time. I only scan when I really put like I post like I don't really need to post all the time. I get so many sales. I'm just like I'm so busy doing other stuff. But pretty much what I do is I scan um a big huge list of sellers, and then obviously it gives me like 50,000, 100,000, all these crazy amount of numbers. But what I do is I turn sold history on, you know, scanning speed 3, total sold history, everything on, and then pretty much I'll set it to 3, like 2, really 1, 2, 3. I know people that have even done like 10 sold and try and find only the real best products. You know what I mean? But I'll do 2 sold in the last 3 to 7 days, really, and try and find everybody's best sellers. But if you're just starting off, you should do a little bit longer, probably like 2 sold in the last 14 days, because it might just spike your account, in revenue.
Okay, got it. Yeah. So basically, this is something like what I'm doing right now, like 3 items sold in the last 7 days.
Yeah. It's pretty much the same method I do. Works pretty well.
When you have those 10K listings right now, so basically you don't need to add new listings. You have like sales daily out of your 10K listings right now, which you have.
Yeah, I'm at like 9 point. Hold on, let me check. I think I'm at 9.1, but I'm about to start just pruning back down and stuff.
And they are constantly, and you have constantly orders like on a daily basis.
Oh yeah, it's only 1 o'clock right now, and I think I'm at 9 sales.
Great.
So it's like I'm just chilling right now. I'm not stressing about sales. My click-through rating is 0.3%, and I'm at 1,100 views right now, and it's only half the day, really. So
yeah, that's great. That's great results.
Mm-hmm. I also do something different. Like obviously, USA is a lot different than the UK. I have like 135% markup, 10% discount sale that ends daily. UK is a little different because you guys can't end your discount sales daily. But it kind of like for the US, it like pressures people into buying daily. But if you can send out daily offers on anything, I would suggest doing it. Like even if it's just daily coupons, for some reason it gives people like pressure into it. It's like because it sends out. My thing is that by the end of the day, it sends out like there's 1 hour left to buy this. The discount's running out, and then something about that psychology pushes people to buy the item.
So this is apart from sales events. So you run
Like it's
sales
weird.
event,
Like towards the end of my sales event, probably within the last, I want to say like the last 3-4 hours of the day is when I get the most amount of my sales. It's weird. Like I said, it like filters them through. It pushes
But this
people
is
to buy it.
But this is apart from sales event, right? So one thing is sale event, another thing is like a coupon, right? Which you said.
Yeah. So coupons. So those two, they're similar but kind of different at the same time. Sales event, it applies to your whole store. I mean, coupons you could do too and send them to people. So it's like I know people that will take coupons and send them to. Once you get like you receive some good feedback or the items received after 14 days, you message them and be like, hey, how is everything? Just checking in, you know what I mean? Be like super friendly and just kind of start a conversation with them. Send them a coupon. Hey, here's a coupon for my store. If you need anything else, let me know.
Oh, got it. So we send them like the private message, right?
One of the big guys in the US, this guy Caleb, he has a 46% return customer rating. Like that's like the highest in any of our out of anybody I think in our groups, a 46% return customer rating because of doing that. He goes in afterwards. No, he goes in afterwards, pretty much after the item's received, after they get good feedback, and he's like, "Hey, if you need anything else, I have connections with a bunch of different suppliers, warehouses, whatever he says," and pretty much he gets them to come back and sends them a coupon, a little discount on the store. And
that's a great strategy.
Yeah, I don't know why it works though, but he was like, everybody has a story. If you can figure out what their story is, you could sell to them. And I'm like, I mean, I guess it makes sense,
Yeah, it's a great.
He's like some people love pets, some people like camping stuff, if you can supply them and they think that it's all coming from you, they get really happy,
Exactly. Yeah.
There's all different crazy strategies that work, honestly, There's so many different things that I've heard and seen and witnessed, and, Once if sales slow up, just try something different, Or if you're trying to push sales, there's so many different strategies that you could do. Lowering markup, running sales, coupons. And it's like usually it's like once you raise markup too high, and if sales slow down, that's when there's a problem. That's the only time I've seen people hit problems. A VA is a virtual assistant. I'll post a link for the virtual assistants, but pretty much you won't need that. Nobody will really need that until they get past like two, 3 accounts, you know. But it's good to have and just look at, get an idea of it. And yeah, they're pretty cheap, but it's like I said, once you get like 2, 3 eBay accounts going and stuff, and you see it as like, all right, this is getting to be too much. Yeah. You guys can go check it out. It's a pretty cool website. They're pretty cheap. They're all from the Philippines, I believe. But we literally have like bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, and only like I think like some of them are like $400 a month, $500 a month. It's pretty cheap considering, But yeah, it's like as time goes on, you'll find so many different links in the groups and all these different resources and fun stuff that you find out that we're just always sharing ideas now. I feel like that's what it is. It's like everybody just comes together and is always sharing ideas. So some people do some people pay their flat rate. Some people like if you get to know them enough, some people just end up splitting the profits 50-50. I know some people that have ended up splitting one of the big guys in the US. He has like I think like 29 eBay accounts or something, and like 11 LLCs and like 10 virtual assistants, like 5 to 10 virtual assistants. He just splits the profits with all of them. He ended up teaching their families and everybody how to do what he was doing pretty much. So, they're like very grateful and they don't pretty much they started asking him like, yo, I want to sell on all these other websites. So he pretty much sells on everything. I think he even sells on Amazon. He's like one of the big dogs in the US. He sells on Amazon, TikTok, I think like Facebook, Etsy, Poshmark. Eventually we'll get to that. Ecom Sniper is building up some crazy stuff in the background. I can't wait for next, I don't know if you guys know this, but next week on Friday, Rupert mentioned it before, but they're integrating with AliExpress. Yeah, with AliExpress. So that's going to be a big.
Literally waiting for that.
I know a lot of
information.
people are waiting for that. It's going to be fun, man. I mean, the shipping times are slower, a little bit more item not received cases.
Yeah.
That's not really that crazy because the profits and the profit gains are going to be literally just absolutely insane.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It will be great, Roop, if someone make any short video or live session. Why? Because as of now, we mentioned maximum day or two. That's a delivery timeline that we have mentioned. For the AliExpress, if we need to integrate with the same account, Amazon as well as this one, I mean AliExpress, then how this all needs to be set it up in the system. Yeah, for avoid any other issues. It will be great if someone prepare any short sessions. Yeah.
I feel like for AliExpress, like most people would need to build up on eBay first or something to get that positive feedback. Because it takes a little while for AliExpress, just at least setting up the accounts. You know what I mean? It's just it's like the same thing doing the ASIN method. It's like you would have to focus on a specific niche and category. You'd have to build up some sort of reputation, feedback, eBay's trust, buyer trust, and then you could switch your store to really whatever you want. I know people that just only use like one of the big US guys. He's not. I wouldn't say he's real big, but he has a few accounts. This guy Apple Pie. And he pretty much I think he's in the group. He's in all the groups, comes to all the meetings and everything, but he only sells off I think like AliExpress, He has one account that has, I think, like 1,000 items that does 5,000 or two. I think he said 1,000 or 2,000 items, but it does $5,000 a week.
Wow.
You know,
I mean, revenue or the profit?
revenue.
Okay. So that means we won't be able to use a single eBay account which we can integrate Amazon as well as AliExpress.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Within-
see why not. You know,
Mhm.
if you look at I don't know if you've ever looked at Brickcart store, but they're a big UK person and they're using multiple different platforms. But it's like at that point it becomes a little risky, you know.
Mhm.
You can push super hard, but it's like they're integrating with multiple different softwares. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You have to really know your ins and outs of everything.
Okay, so
But
basically we have
yeah,
to separate the account. You mean to say we have to separate the account for Amazon as well as AliExpress. There should be two individual separate eBay account.
well, I wouldn't say it needs to be separate. You can
Mm.
still do it. You could still do it on the same account. You know what I mean? You just would
Mm.
have to make, like I said, you would have to make sure that your account's set up like
Yeah,
and to
yeah,
have some good feedback first.
that's right.
You,
That's right.
you know,
Yeah.
because I feel like the problem with AliExpress is a lot of people in the beginning will be like, "Oh, where's my item?" You know,
Yeah,
if you
that's
don't
right.
really have a lot of good feedback and oh, this is perfect, and you know, people like Sammy says, it's like you know, sales bring sales.
Correct.
Once once you get a bunch of sales, people kind of complain less. They trust you more. You know, eBay trusts you, and it just starts
Yeah,
rolling from there. You know.
that's right. Even
I'm
for
already at like over 600 confirmed sales and it's just rolling now, you know.
awesome. Yeah,
So
and then
I need down
AliExpress
to
doesn't have super duper customer service. It's always a live chat bot, the AI bot that will give a crap information which we don't need. Whereas
hmm
if it is an Amazon, we can just raise a ticket or whatever that can be resolved within 24 hours. But AliExpress, no, it won't happen.
and I
So
think
we have,
AliExpress is cool because we won't need all the crazy Amazon accounts and we upload their shipping and
yeah,
kind of thing.
let's see.
So,
Good luck, all of us then.
and the variation lister that's gonna be cool. You know,
Yeah,
I
that's
can't
right.
wait for that.
That's
Start something
that
all
will
different
resolve most of
sizes.
our.
I was thinking about making an account just for the variation list, you know, and I have one account with all like every single size of everything, or like you know, get customizable stuff on that account. I don't know.
That's right. Yeah.
I keep getting weird messages like I don't know if it's because of the like holidays or maybe more people get married during the like the warmer weather, but people keep asking me like, "Can you make me like a customized bracelet or a customized?" I'm like, I'm like looking on like Amazon like for customizable stuff now. Funny though, I'm like, I literally just had somebody. If they're like, "Can you put from Lisa and Tony or something?" And I'm like looking on Amazon. I'm like, is that even possible for a bracelet? Like I just because it had custom in the listing description, they're like, "Hey, is this item customizable?" And I was like, no, not, not really." I don't know what to say to them, you know.
Mm.
Guys, what do you
But
think like
yeah,
about this AliExpress thing, like with the shipping, about the shipping time? Because you know it's crazy. Sometimes it's I think over 2 weeks from AliExpress. So I want to ask your opinion on like AliExpress shipping time because with Amazon we have like 2 days and it's at the doors of customer, and with
so
AliExpress it's gonna be
that's why exactly what I was saying. So I feel like for most people that are using AliExpress, you'd want to build up your build up off of eBay first because you're getting the confirm like you know most people don't mind the slow shipping time and stuff as long as they're aware of it. You know what I mean? I ship to Hawaii and Alaska all the time, and I'm in New York, but they don't know where I'm from. But they're already expecting their package to come within 2 to 3 weeks when I send it. You know what I mean? When I message them Like there's been people that I'm like, I wish these people would cancel, and I'm like, hey, your item's gonna arrive really late, like hoping that they would cancel, and they're like, oh, that's perfect, and I'm like, damn it, I thought that they would cancel for me because it was gonna arrive so late, and they still wanted it, and I was like, oh wow, these people don't even care that the item's coming late, pretty much.
Yeah, I think in Alaska they are just pretty much appreciated that they even get it,
No, yeah. So my whole thing is in Hawaii, a gallon of milk is like $20. You know what I mean? Same thing in Alaska. If you go to the grocery store nearby, so it's like any of the items that you can get them, you're getting it for them 10 times cheaper than they would get it on their island or whatever or wherever they are. You know what I mean? So it's like some people really don't care about the slow shipping times as long as they're aware of it. But once you have good feedback and people just good comments and stuff, and eBay trusts you, you get way less friction in the long run. So I think for AliExpress, that'll be like I could probably switch just to delete all my listings and switch fully to AliExpress if I wanted to. You know what I mean? If I didn't feel like getting a bunch of Amazon accounts, you could probably do that in the long run. But like I said, you'd have to build up first and get, because like I said, I got like 99.8% positive feedback, like 400 feedbacks. I got like 60 followers or something. And yeah.
Yeah, at
Just-
this stage, I think I would afraid to swap to AliExpress because basically I have a lot of reviews and mainly I have like fast shipping time. It's the main feedback which I get from my customers. So right now I think I would afraid to change to AliExpress because this is my main like strength right now, which I have. I think if I would have like 2 weeks shipping time, I don't know to be honest. I don't know, but
I just think for long term, it's going to be, like I said, higher profits. And once you're built up already, I might just, I might do even half and half items on Amazon, half items on AliExpress. That way, like I said, I won't need as many Amazon accounts. I'll maybe get like, I don't know, just keep like 2 or 3 Amazon accounts to fulfill the Amazon stuff, and then keep the other ones for the other one.
Yeah, to have some like not random items like which are on Amazon, right? Like to search for some special items on AliExpress and then offer it like as like maybe like doing product substitution with with on Amazon. So basically maybe offer something special from AliExpress. I probably would do something like that to offer something uncommon products.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people will like. I think it'll give us a different stand on like the items that we're posting on eBay kind of thing. Like we'll be able to undercut everybody else. Yeah, it might take a little longer, but we'll be able to undercut a lot of people on their other products. I think that'll be the biggest thing for us.
That's gonna be great. Let's how it enrolls and yeah how how Econ Sniper will implement that. It's gonna be curious because I think AliExpress is harder to implement than Amazon for like infrastructure side and yeah, Amazon is pretty much more straightforward than AliExpress, I would say.
For sure. If anyone has any questions that they wanted to ask me, go for it. Since I wasn't here at the first part of the call.
Yeah, they were just talking about AliExpress and eventually like being nervous about switching from Amazon to AliExpress because the slower shipping times, and I was just pretty much explaining that I feel like building up through eBay first and the positive feedbacks will give you a little bit of a push, and obviously people trusting you and they see all the positive feedbacks and stuff. They're a little bit more acceptable of the slower shipping times. Hey, just wanted to let you know your item's arriving in a week or 2, and they're like, "Oh, okay, no problem." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Thanks
I get you.
Thanks for supporting my small business. And like I said, I don't think you'll really get a whole lot of people once you're built up. But in the beginning, it might be a little hard. You know what I mean? If you just want to do just AliExpress, like people are gonna be like, "Where's my item? Where's the tracking number?"
Yeah. So I think regarding AliExpress, you're gonna get more INR cases, you're gonna get more disputes, but you can probably do like 2x in profit and sales, right?
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be at least double amount.
Yeah, yeah. I would say that if you're trying to run the business and spend 30 minutes a day or an hour a day and make like 2K a month, then stay with Amazon, right? But if you're trying to spend like 2 or 3 hours a day in the business, make like 5K profit, then go for AliExpress. Like it works, but there's just like I guess a few more like downsides to it. And then obviously there's benefits of it as well, right? I mean, if you're an AliExpress seller right now, like you're pretty screwed with Chinese New Year. And then on top of that, like if you're in the USA and the towers come back, then you're screwed again. So it can work well, but if you're gonna do it, like make sure it's sustainable, right? Like make sure the towers are. I mean, I don't think there's a way to deal with that, but yeah, it's kind of a weird one if you're in the USA. But if you're from the UK or another country, then yeah, it's pretty go-to like option.
Well, that's really what it is. Testing stuff, finding what's the best, best products, but the best niche to get into. We already kind of got eBay mastered, but AliExpress, and each time we switch to a new platform, it'll be a little bit of a learning curve, but it's expected.
Yeah, exactly. Regarding AliExpress, like I tried it with Ecom Sniper. I think most people might not know, but like we used to have integration with AliExpress. It wasn't like a bulk list or anything, but you could list items using OptiList. So I tried it on one of my accounts, like all the way back in probably like April of 2025, and I maybe did like 50 AliExpress listings, and I had like 1 or 2 listings that were like £20, so $30 profit each time it sold, and it would sell like 2 or 3 times a day, right? But eventually what happens is you just get a bunch of policy violations. So I think other AliExpress sellers like report your listing, because when you're using AliExpress, you're competing on price, right? Like that's the reason we use it, because they're so cheap. And it'll be interesting to see. If we have a bulk lister of AliExpress and somebody bulk lists like 10K items, then who knows what the profit could be? Maybe like 2K, maybe 4K. It could be like 10K a month, right? There's an e-com sniper user called Apple Pie, and the guy has like 2,000 listings or like 3,000 listings, and he made like 7K USD last month. So,
yeah, I literally just told them about that. I'm like, yo, he literally, I'm like, he literally has like 2K listings, and he does like 5K every week or something crazy,
Yeah. So, with his method, like he's still bulk listing, but he spends like a lot more time on the product research.
Yeah. I was gonna say I'm like, what do you sell on there? And he's just sitting there smiling, like, I can't say. He's like, you're just gonna have to find your own stuff.
Yeah, but it should work well for sure.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. I'm saving. Probably gonna, once I prune down a little bit, I'll probably eventually just throw some AliExpress stuff on there.
Yeah, for sure.
And pushing up this week, and then I'm at like
hopefully we can make
9.1.
Hopefully we can make like 2K a month with like 2K listings, right? And it'll be like number one, easier to track all those items, like using a CSV tracker. And then number 2, if you're on the UK, like we wouldn't have to pay for the Anchor store sub. So our profit margins would be like pretty insane.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And Roop, what is the Anchor store price in UK?
540 in pounds, so $700.
Okay, and this is 25K listings or 10K?
25. I mean, it's unlimited, but most people in the UK can only get to 25K listings. So yeah, I guess 25K. In the USA, it's much cheaper. It's only like $300 in the US.
And right now, when you do this, with your challenge, which you do well, congrats for your results. I think you are right now almost like 40,000 listings or something. So your goal right now is get to what amount of listing? I'm just asking out of curiosity.
You know, I'll post an update later, but on the 0 to 5K profit account, like I already got like 50 sales today, right? And it's only like 6 p.m. in the UK. So I may have to put my markup up again, but listing wise, like probably 50 to 75,000 listings. I think I'll probably go down to like 80% markup or 60% markup once I have more Amazon accounts, right? But yeah, I don't think I'll be able to manage anything over 75,000 because yeah, it's pretty hard to track all those items.
Yeah, it sounds like, whoa, a lot. And like average, on average, like how many sales do you have? How many orders do you have per day?
Right now, with 34,000 listings, around like 50 to 70 if I'm running on 100% markup.
50 orders per day.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you know, the items are super cheap. I think I've only used up like 650k of listing limits, which most UK accounts have, right? Or they have 750k. So technically anyone can get to 34k listings if you list the same items as me. So I'm trying to list more expensive things now. So from 34k listings to 50k or 75, it should be more like ideally more expensive items.
And did you do any like pruning for that, or you just
Not yet. Like no pruning yet. I think I'll probably prune like in 2 months from now. You know, once I hit like 50k listings, then I can prune like 10k.
Got it. Yeah, it's amazing to be honest to see, like, with that many listings, how it goes. And yeah, probably maybe if you will get later some maybe not high ticket products, but a little bit, not like 3-5 pounds price, but maybe a little bit more than that. So I think, yeah, it's you can have a lot of from that.
It really goes to show what you can do with an aged account once we get up there and make it past the months of selling and stuff. You know what I mean? You could really just put if you have a few aged accounts, and your VAs get up there and everybody knows what to do. At some point, you could just be like, all right, I'm just gonna push everything to anchor and just start going crazy. You know what I mean? But like Rupen, everybody else below says, you have to have the accounts and the Amazons, everything set up in place beforehand before you push. You don't want to push too early and not have Amazon accounts and start tripping over yourself. And because it's better to have all the Amazon accounts and stuff in place than to be struggling, trying to play the catch up game is not fun. It's happened to me. It happened to me at one point when I got hit with 2, ID verifications on 2 different accounts within the matter of a day. So, it happens. I was still able to I was hopping, but it didn't knock me off my feet. But I was definitely hopping for a second. Took my sale event down and then just like Roop did, I pretty much just made my markup higher and just had to sit in timeout for a day.
Yeah.
How long did you age that account for?
Say that again.
How long did you age that account for? That 0 to 5K eBay account?
Actually warming it up like 5 days, maybe even 2 or 3 days. But that account is like it's like almost 10 years old, I think.
Right. Okay. So
it's been sitting there for ages, and it's already sold like it's basically a friend's account. I just bought it off him. So
yeah,
it's already sold a bunch of items. So yeah, I guess like it was already aged as soon as I took it over, but I had to convert it to my limited company and change the bank account and stuff. So I scaled it pretty quick in terms of listings, but yeah, I think what Bossman said, like, if you don't have the systems in place, then you're kind of screwing yourself, and that's kind of what's happening to me. Like I got 50 sales today. I'm gonna have to put my markup back up to like 500% and make a bunch of Amazon accounts, right? But if somebody has Amazon accounts and you have a high limit eBay UK account, then you could probably make 10k per month just from that one account. Probably do 50k per month if you had like 500k listings, right? But actually a sustainable number, you could probably get to 50 or 75k, run like a 20% coupon, and list everything at 100% markup, and yeah, you'll make like 10K per month. So I guess all UK users, like if you have a high limit account, then it's game over. Whoever wants to go next, like if you have any questions, go for it.
Group that because of your eBay account, the 5K challenge account, it is pretty old. That's one of the reason that your listing, bulk listing that you are making per day more than 500 or so, right? But whoever has less than 3 months or 1 year account, they won't be able to list that much. I mean, the bulk list, is my understanding right?
Good question. Again, it depends. Like, if your eBay account was created 3 months ago, but it's never sold an item, then yeah, you could probably only do 100 a day, right?
Yeah.
But if you have an eBay account that's 3 months old and it's sold like 200 items, then yeah, you could probably do 500 a day.
Okay.
But I guess, identify the reason on why you're scaling up so fast, and if you can sustain it, right? And if you can, then yeah, go for it. If you can't, then just take it slow anyway. Like, you'll still get to the same destination.
Yeah. That's right.
Okay, perfect. Any more questions?
Rupert, I'm not sure if you can help me out here. I've got, obviously, I've been doing this for about 12 days now.
Mm-hmm.
What is the next game plan for me now? Obviously, shall I still be listing it until I get to 1.5? And after that, am I paying for each listing I submit?
Good question. So you're at what, 1,400 listings or 300 listings?
1,300 at the moment, yeah.
Okay, so number one, like, are you getting sales?
I have been getting sales, but the weekends are a bit slow for me. But usually, when I get sales, it's between 20 to 30 pounds a day.
Okay, so for your first 12 days, like, it's fine. It's really up to you. So option number one, like, or I guess solution number one, is yeah, you can stay in the UK, and yeah, every listing you do over 1,500, you're gonna get charged like an insertion fee. So you're gonna
Yeah.
get charged 6 pence per month, right?
Yeah.
So that's on top of your eBay sub. You can scale from 1,500 to 8.7K listings, buy the anchor store sub, and then scale to 25K, and you probably make 2K a month after all expenses, right?
Yeah.
If cash flow is tight, then you can sell to the USA. You can do 10,000 listings there free of charge. The USA, like, if I'm being honest, it sucks. Like, you only get 25% visibility, and your sales are not going to be great, but you can make like 200 to 400 pound a month. So you can run it for 2 to 3 months, make like 1,000, and then come back to the UK, buy anchor, and scale it up, right? So it's really a question of like your cash flow.
I mean,
if you can, I guess, sustain it, the insertion fees.
I mean, if it were you though, how much or what would you would have done though? Like, would you have stick to the UK market?
If it was me, I would stick to the UK market. Yeah.
Fair enough. Cool. I think, that's what I planned to do, but I was not really sure if that was the right thing. But yeah. The other thing is, obviously, let's say if you have some orders, I've not faced this yet, but there's obviously like some orders might be cancelled, and some orders, obviously, due to whatever reason, you're waiting for people to, respond or cancel. What if you don't dispatch it within the time frame? What happens then?
Not much. Like, your sales will decrease.
Okay.
Because to eBay, you look like a seller who is, I guess, incompetent or can't handle the sales that they've given you.
Got it.
If it happens, like, and the customer's not responded, just mark it as dispatch and then keep messaging them.
Well, the thing is, I've managed to cancel an order just before during this meeting where the person wasn't replying. So I basically called them and said, hey, I can't obviously fulfill this at the moment. I'm having issues and so on. And the lady said that she's going to cancel it, but she's not done it yet. Obviously, I think it's still early stages, but worst comes to worst. Obviously, I shouldn't mark it as cancelled from my end because then that shows like a bad thing on my account. So I don't know what you suggest in this case. I don't know
You can
what.
cancel it as long as you put the reason as buyer cancelled to avoid any defects, right?
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, yeah. So I can still do that, and my account will still be in good standing then.
As long as you do buyer cancelled, and as long as the buyer says to you that they're okay with cancelling the order.
Yeah, I mean, they've said it over the phone, but I was not too sure if I could go ahead and do the cancellation myself too. But yeah.
You know what I realized? Like, I think it was yesterday. You can do buyer cancelled even if you've never spoke to the buyer, nothing will happen, right?
Oh, really? Oh, fair enough. Okay.
Don't risk it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like 99% sure. I actually bought an item off eBay yesterday, and the guy cancelled it and put buyer cancelled, and then I kind of worked it out from there. So I think you can do it. I've done it before actually. But
I think I've got verbal permission from the buyer anyway, so I think that's a go ahead.
You'll be fine for this one, but if you ever have a day like where you, I don't know, you mess something up and you have like 10 orders, then I wouldn't refund them all and do buyer cancel without permission.
Fair enough. Okay, cool. One last thing though. With the sales, I've obviously, thanks to Bossman, I've set up the categories, I've set up, the personal template and everything.
Nice.
Apart from that and the feedback, what is one thing you'd say, as a new account, I should be focusing on?
Good question. Kind of a tricky question, right? Because
I mean, I put you on spot, so sorry about that.
No, you're good. I would say like the number one thing is, if you really want to be like an anomaly and have sales like make 1K in the next few weeks, then you should learn how to upsell to your eBay customers, right?
Upselling, fair enough.
Yeah, so you should message them and offer them another item. It's super hard. Like I've tried it before and basically nobody responds, but it works, right? Like I know someone that's hired a VA just to sit there and message all the buyers. You could probably get every customer you get, let's say you get 10 sales, you could probably get 8 of them to buy another item, right?
Yeah.
But number one, like I've not worked it out, but if you can work it out, it'd be crazy. And then number two, like obviously it takes a lot of time. And then I guess another answer to your question, just bulk list. Like there's really not much you can do in your first month. You're just trying to break even and get used to all the systems, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm going in a good way at the moment because I've got about £100 that I need to get for me to break even in 2 weeks' time. So I think if I follow the way I'm doing, I think I should be able to get it.
For sure. I think even if you don't list any more items, you should probably just hit it, right?
Yeah. I mean, I would plan to go to 1.5K and, leave it there for the month end. That's what I plan to do. And then obviously once, and then I pay the subscription again and keep going so far.
Yeah, I get you. It doesn't work though. So you only get 1,500 fixed, not monthly.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. So you suggest that I rather not waste money every month paying the subscription then, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So you may as well just go over 1,500. So you just keep doing the 100 a day until the end of the month and you have 3,000. Yeah, you have to pay insertion fees, but you're going to get more sales anyway, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
And if you really want to scale, then as soon as you break even, then you can start doing like 150 or 200 listings a day just to get out of that kind of insertion fee kind of area. And then once you're back up to anchor, you can do 100 a day.
Well, yeah, hopefully. I mean, initially I thought, like every month I pay that subscription, I get 1,500 listings. But since I've mentioned, it doesn't make sense for me to pay that fee again. So yeah, fair enough.
Bet.
Just one last thing, with these credits, how long does it take to process for us to actually able to use those credits on the account?
So once you put the request in, like I think it's Saturday. Every Saturday it gets approved, right? And what happens is if you put your
Got it.
request in on a Sunday, then you got to wait until next Saturday. And then I think the second thing as
Oh, fair
well, is when you put your, I guess, request in, like you got to put your reason in as well, right? A lot of people
Got
just
it.
put the credits in and then they say like posted 10 sales, right? Not even
Yeah.
like he checks it, right? Or he checks some of it. So I think
Got
the
it.
main thing is like just put the request in as soon as the meeting's done and it should get like approved soon. But if the credits aren't getting approved quick enough, then just message me and then I can sort it.
And the other thing is, you've asked for screenshots and stuff, but I don't think I can really upload anything on there. So is there a place where you have like a shared drive or something where we upload these screenshots, or
You don't need to do
we
the
just
screenshots like it's all trust, right? Like I don't think
okay?
anybody's gonna lie. So yeah, you
Okay,
don't need to
cool.
do like proof or anything.
Fair enough. Cool. Thank you, Robert. That's all from me. Thanks for the help.
No problem. Okay, whoever like has their hand raised, go for it. Like whatever your question is.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, I was actually just wondering about first of all, I just kind of wanted to add to the thing of canceling an item and messaging the person before or after. I used to message a person, basically explain, oh, due to supply issues, we can't give you the item, and ask them to cancel it or if they're okay with canceling it. And what I noticed is this actually brings up a lot of questions with people. They're like, oh, wait, I have an option to not cancel it. Like, what happens then? So what I do now is I just simply state to them, we cannot dispatch this item. Your order's been cancelled, a full refund has been granted, and I just cancel it right away. And then if an issue arises with that customer, I just handle it then, instead of doing it the other way
And you
around.
still get buyer cancelled?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So
Otherwise,
yeah, even when the buyer doesn't respond, you just put buyer cancelled, right?
yeah, every time. Yeah.
Okay, so I can confirm is it right? Like they don't check it.
No. From what I've noticed, I have not had a single issue with this, and I've been doing it for like 2 months at least. So
Okay, if you've been doing it for 2 months, then yeah, it should work. If it works, then continue doing it that way. And if your messages are getting like too many questions, then just tighten your message up and make it a little bit more, I guess, strict. Just use ChatGPT. So the item got damaged. We have no alternatives.
yeah.
You have a refund.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Thank you. And secondly, I just kind of had questions about something I've kind of been unsure about, and that's advertising. And basically, my question is just generally, how does it work? What budget should I set for advertising? Is it even worth it at all? Do I do promote listings, promote shop, promote offsite? Like, do you have any
So,
advice on this?
Promote my listings, or you should do, like for sure, right? Set it to 4.1%. You're going to do a fixed rate, and it's going to go on for like forever, basically. You can set the timeline to like a year. Regarding the other promotions or advertisements, I've used them before, like the daily budgets, and you get way more sales. But then after like a week, your sales just go back to normal. But they're still charging you like £100 a day, right? Or whatever you set your budget to. So if you want to experiment with it, then go for it. But I don't know anybody that actually runs them. So which tells me they're pretty crap.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. Actually, that helps a lot.
Okay, perfect. But yeah, make sure you do promote my listings and all your items.
Okay. Yeah, I'll make sure to. Okay. Thank you very much. That was pretty much my only question for now.
Okay, perfect. So whoever has another question or wants to go over anything, and I go for it.
Hi, Rob. How are you?
What's up?
So you just mentioned about the listings, the promotion. to do it for a year, but somewhere I've seen to do it for a day and then do another one. So which one better?
So there's two types of promotions. You have your sale event, and then you have promote my listings, right? Your sale event is simply just a 5% like discount on all your items. Promote my listings is giving eBay an extra percentage of fees when the item sells, and they'll promote it, right? So your sale event should be done every 24 hours. Your promote my listings should be done like forever, basically. So they're two different things. Does that make sense?
Okay, it does. And what about the new listings every day that will come? We will promote them as well, or
They'll get automatically added, right?
Okay.
So yeah, you don't need to worry about them.
All right. And also, I have reached now 1.5K, and I'm just with the two sales again that I got the day before and 3 days ago.
Got it. So you've had no sales like since you've listed the
Today
items?
and yesterday, no sale.
Got it. So you know, because you only get 25% visibility, like it might be one of the reasons, right? Are you sending out 5% offers?
Yeah. Yeah, will do.
Okay.
I do it also every day, but also for
Mhm.
today I haven't done it yet because I'm adding still products.
Okay, and are you listing like expensive items or just taking whatever the product hunter gives you?
So what I've done is I have added a couple of competitors and run the ecom sniper through them. And also for those products that it has, for those competitors that has found some products, I filter them to go at least $10, and also pick the products that have sold in the last 3 days.
Got it. So remove the $10 part and just list any item, like cheap items as well, right?
So even below 10, you mean? Okay.
Yeah, it will bring momentum to your eBay account. And then the second thing is actually regarding well yeah, I guess you know because you're getting 25% visibility, like you know, the minimum price like it kind of messes things up. So I think go back down to like minimum price of 1, and then if you don't get another sale within like the next few days, then we can drop our markup and then snipe items as well, right? So I'll send you the video on how to snipe in Discord, but I think it's really just like a lack of momentum on your eBay account.
So momentum is much more important than margin.
At the start, yeah.
Okay, because the first item I had like $4 margin, and then the second one I had like half a dollar margin.
Yeah, yeah. So even those ones that like generate you like half a dollar in profit, those are the ones that will like get you a bunch in sales, right? Because they'll generate momentum and you'll get more sales. So that's kind of the reasoning behind it. But I would keep
So
bulk listing
what
and
is
see what.
what is the reasoning behind this? Is it does it have to do with the algorithm or what?
Exactly, exactly. So sales make sales on eBay, and the more sales that you get, eBay think that you're like an active seller, and I guess they think you know what you're doing, so they give you even more sales.
I see. Okay, so even a half a dollar sale is a sale and counts. Okay.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for that.
No problem. Yo.
I've got a question, please.
Yeah, yeah.
I was gonna ask for the CSV tracker. So I do use the CSV tracker, but I believe there's another tracker apart from the CSV. So can you actually do like a variable kind of pricing on that as well, or is it just one
You
price?
can do the variable pricing with the CSV tracker, but not with the other one.
All
Right?
right. Okay.
And CSV is faster, the other one is slower, but the other one you can run 24/7. But CSV you have to continuously keep clicking the buttons, right? So if your device is fast enough, then run the 24/7 one. I think is better.
When
but
you say
CSV
24/7, what do you mean 24/7? Like
runs every day for every hour forever.
Ah,
Yeah.
all right. Okay. I think that was a better option. So you don't have to like have like a specific time because I usually run my CSV just before I sleep. And then when I wake up, then I just kind of update everything in the morning just before I go to work. But with the other one, so does it kind of auto so when you're running it 24/7, does it update automatically as well on your eBay?
Yeah, exactly. So I guess that's the biggest benefit of it is, it will update the item and then it will do the item again eventually. But with the CSV, you can update your items and then 20 minutes after an item changes in price on Amazon. So I mean, it can still happen with the other tracker as well, but I feel like it's a little bit better.
Yeah. Because I do have some items that are kind of sniped. So if I use that, does that mean
You
that
can avoid it. Like you can monitor. It has every feature that the CSV feature or the tracker has, apart from the variable pricing.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so you can monitor items that end in .99 or
Yeah.
whatever your bulk listed items are set to.
Yeah. And another quick question as well. So when I use the CSV tracker, I do get like maybe sometimes 38 failed product or whatever from the report. What does that really mean?
You can see I guess, the reasons why if you click status report, but there's so many reasons. Like the item could be out of stock on Amazon, it could be copyright or VERO issues, it could be not Amazon Prime, it could be like from a third party seller. So it's really just avoiding the items because there's something wrong with it on Amazon.
No, I think it's quite different because sometimes, for example, if I run the CSV and I've got maybe like 9,000 listings or whatever, and then before I click update, I might have maybe like 600 out of stock or whatever, right? So then when I update, then when it gives me the report, it says like 38 failed. So
Oh, okay, understood.
yeah.
So those 38, like I'm not 100% sure, but it might just be like policy violations or whatnot.
Oh,
But if it's like
okay.
38 failed from like 10,000, then you're good.
Okay. Yeah. And after that question as well, I think I must have messaged you anyway. So I did have like a delivery to a customer, and I believe the customer must have put like a co-op to pick up the item. So the customer went, and maybe they delivered to the wrong co-op, or I don't really know what happened. But on the tracker on Amazon, it says it was delivered to someone, like and kind of delivered, but then the customer said they couldn't receive it. So I was able to deliver another. I gave another order to the customer. Then I went to Amazon to claim that item not delivered. But then they said it was they kind of arguing about it anyway, and they said before they could refund me that I need to upload my ID. So I'm not sure. Should I do that or should I
How much is
just?
the item?
Sorry,
How much is the item?
maybe like 20 quid.
Just forget it, and for future, like go to your settings, and then you'll click seller preferences, and then you'll see an option that says like click and collect. So you just turn that one off.
On off.
Turn it off, so they can't order to like Co-op or Argos or any retail stores.
No, okay.
So that the item does get delivered actually, but it's something on like the retailer side where they get confused, and then the customer can't get it. Like it happened to me a lot when I had the setting on.
So they say, is it gonna be on eBay or is it gonna be on
eBay? On eBay.
I think I do have it. I do have like no click on. Okay, I'll go double check anyway, just to make sure there's no click and collect.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I think that's all my questions. Thank you.
Perfect.
All right. I didn't know that actually. To be fair, about the click and collect things, because I get loads of those.
Yeah. Disable it. Disable it. Like you're such a pain, right?
It's so annoying. So annoying. So yeah. That's actually good to know. Actually, that's it. So it's basically in seller settings, so like whereabouts is
Yeah,
that?
under seller preferences. So account settings, seller preferences, and then you'll see it. It's like where your buyer block list is, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Um,
I think I do have it on my seller saying that's no click and collect, but I'll go double check anyway.
Sure. Okay. Whoever has their like hand raised, go for it. Yo, Andrew, do you have a question? And then you got your hand raised. I think someone else as well. Okay. Yo.
Oh. Hello?
What's up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So, right now I'm making my third Amazon account, but like I'm using a different email, but it's asking me for my phone number and I don't have another phone number. Like, what do I do?
Go to your main Amazon account, delete the phone number, and then you can reuse it.
Oh, okay. So I can do that for up to 5 accounts.
You can probably do it for unlimited, but yeah, for up to 5, yeah. And then after that, like, just buy a SIM card.
Sorry, what'd you say?
After you've done it for like 5 accounts, then just buy a SIM card, right? But for your first 5, yeah, you should delete the number.
Okay. All right. And I can use the same address and like card.
Yeah, same IP, same card, same address, same device.
Okay, bet. I appreciate it.
All right, nice. Any more questions? Nick, like to answer your question, like what you put in the chat. When sniping, like put your filters as items that sold 3 times in the last 3 days, and then get rid of the one that sold 10 times in the last 30 days. So only do one filter. And then I think be more precise with the sellers that you're picking to scan. So you got to make sure that Amazon to eBay dropshippers and not like AliExpress sellers, or it'll mess up your results.
I think I said it earlier. Just make sure you scan. I'm like go on eBay's end and scan Amazon Basics, or just type in Amazon Basics, and 99.5 of the people that pop up are now Amazon to eBay drop shippers, and you just pretty much copy, as far as you can, all the pages, and just scan everybody.
For sure. Okay. Does anyone else have like any more questions or anything they want to go over?
I've got a quick one as well, guys.
Yeah.
So I've been having like a lot of fails on Bucklister. So maybe sometimes around on Bucklist like 100, I do get like maybe like out of 100 listings, I could get maybe like 150 fails. So is
Yeah.
that normal?
So out of 150 bulk lists, you get like 1 sale.
No. So if I want to Bucklist 100, I do get like 150 fails.
Oh, okay. As long as you're getting successful listings, then yeah, you're good to go.
All right. Is there any kind of settings which I'm doing wrong, or because sometimes it makes my it takes forever for me to get like 100 listings, if that makes sense? Instead of maybe taking maybe like 2 hours to get 100 listings, sometimes it takes like 6, like nearly half a day to get like 100.
I think it depends on like the speed of your device. I don't know. Like, I mean, if you're getting sales and the listings are going up, then it should be fine. If you're getting a lot of failed listings, then yeah, maybe something is wrong. But if you're listing like, I don't know, 1,000 items and you get like 500 failed, then it's fine. Like, you're gonna get a bunch failed anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Any more questions?
Hi there again, Rupert. Sorry about that. Sorry, I'm asking another question. You know how the previous person, I think, Putsha, he mentioned that, you know, on some of the Amazon ones, he's able to get listings that are not fulfilled by Amazon. How do you filter that out? Because it seems like I've got some listings where it's not directly fulfilled by Amazon and the lead times are quite high.
Yeah, so right click on Ecom Sniper extension, click options, and then scroll all the way down and change your max extended delivery days to 4 or 5. And
I mean, I've got it at 5 at the moment.
okay, and then just run the tracker and you'll be good.
But seems like I'm still getting some of those where, you know, like I've fulfilled, luckily I managed to fulfill one order with the delivery company being Every, but I was a bit, you know, like sketchy about that one, like, because I've never really had good track record with them anyway. So I don't know if is there a way to limit those sort of things from happening?
So regarding like the item going from Amazon Prime to like a third party seller,
Yeah.
If it arrives within 5 days, you're fine, right? If you want to get
Yeah.
rid of it, then change your max extended delivery time to like 2 or 3 days. But in my opinion, it's too strict of a filter to have.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
The max extended delivery time, I'm pretty sure, is on either the bulk lister or the one of the settings. Once you scroll down, I believe it's like right above where you put in the words that you don't want listed. Sure. Is there anybody else that had any questions?
Yeah, I have actually one more quick question.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is even relevant at all, but when I get a little notification that one of my items needs to be like removed because it breaks the terms of service or whatever it is, I always end the listing, and I have this giant list now of listings I've ended, but they're still like on my page in the unsold and not relisted part. I was wondering, is there any way I can just get rid of that, or is that just stuck there forever?
No, so you can once you end them, there's a way to delete them too. You just have to there's a way to scroll around somewhere on it, and you pretty much just end the it's like you delete it off of your active listings, or you resolve it first and end the listing, but then you still need to go and delete the item. Do you get what I mean? There's like a
Yeah,
I forget where it is. It's like 3 dots, and then you click it, and it's literally just like delete this item or something. On the phone, if you go to what is it, your unsold or whatever, it would be sitting in your unsold items, and then you would just delete it from there. Like you swipe left on it.
Yeah, because on my I don't know about on phone, but on my PC, there's no option to like click on it to delete it. Like it just says resolve or edit note, and when I press resolve, it's just what I've already done. So I don't know if that's just my eBay being a little buggy, or I don't know what it is, but
No, they do. There's some of them are kind of buggy too, but there's still like it's like once you resolve it and then click end listing, you'd still need to like delete it physically. It's like I don't know how to do it from the computer's end. It's weird.
I might check it out on mobile, see if it works there.
Yeah, I kind of just swipe left and they just delete. Maybe somebody else can help you with that. It's pretty.
Yeah. I saw someone message, "Are you using the Seller Hub?" I do use the Seller Hub for that, and it's not like it just doesn't let me click on the little thing that I normally do to select and then delete. I don't know if that's just a me thing or not.
A bunch of questions going off.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, thank you.
Is there any other questions that anybody else has? Anything that anybody's stuck on? Any issues? No problem, Serene.
Rob, a quick question. When you have like, different eBay stores accounts right now, so in the UK you have this like static IP, right? So basically you contacted some network provider and you have from your router, I don't know, like 3 cables, right? And go straight to like 2 or 3 different laptops, or how do you have it set it up?
So you'd have it set to mini PCs pretty much. Each of them, because it's cheaper than getting obviously like a whole bunch of laptops and monitors and everything. You just get the mini PC and run everything and remote desktop in using like either Rust Desk or AnyDesk, and then you'd pretty much control everything through remote desktoping in, like, because then technically all you need is a laptop and even what is it, mobile hotspot, and then you can remote in from anywhere around the world and not get any of the accounts banned because you're on your own Wi-Fi, if that makes sense, once you remote in.
Yes, and basically I wanted to that because AnyDesk is like quite easy to understand. That basically I can manage the PC from, I don't know, even like mobile, right? Like from
Yeah, I use Rust Desk because it's a little bit if you're like decent with computers, it's a little bit better to use, and it's free. You don't have to pay for it. So
Okay, got it. And basically, if you explain, sorry for that, but I just want to place note on it. If you want to have like pre-eBay stores, so you have because you said that you don't need to have 3 laptops, so you have like 1 PC and you connect.
I mean, you
somehow
can do laptops too, though. So it's like, for example, I have one laptop at my girlfriend's house. I have a bunch of laptops. So it's like I have one laptop at my girlfriend's house running on her Wi-Fi. I have one laptop at my mom's house running off her Wi-Fi, and I also have another laptop that my girlfriend set up at her mom's house running off of her Wi-Fi. So we can remote. I have my laptop here at my house, and I can remote into whichever one I want to and work on the eBay account, add items, bulk lists, do everything, Ecom Snipers downloaded on each one of them, Amazon, Tracker Bot, everything. And
so basically you physically you have like in different locations those laptops. Okay, that makes sense. And if you would like
I have different locations, but static IP would just get rid of the need for physical locations. But you could do it on the other hand, where it's like if you get a bunch of friends, people that want to split it, you tell other friends. Obviously, this is like a money making thing, so a lot of people want to hop on board to extra money. So it's like, hey, you want to split profits, or you know what I mean? Set up the eBay store. Hey, do you have an eBay account? If not, make one. You know what I mean? Just start aging it, turn it into a seller account, and walk them through the process, and then like I guarantee you'll just get a bunch of people that want to hop on board eventually.
Yep. Completely makes sense. Yeah, it's, to be honest, it even seems like better way to do it this way than have many laptops at your own place.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Root pretty much has like a mini data center running out of his house. He's crazy. He's very advanced with it. So, but it's like eventually you get to the point where we're not even sellers really anymore, and you're just a IT person pretty much setting up mini PCs and different, and VAs, and you're pretty much it comes the business side of it, and you're pretty much just making accounts, buying other people's eBay accounts, finding other people that have eBay accounts, buying their accounts, asking if they want to go, it becomes a completely different thing once you get to Roop's level, it's like it's completely different. you know
Yep.
it's a good problem to have though, because like I said, you just keep advancing in this field. You build three to five eBay accounts, hand them off to a virtual assistant. Now you're just now after you get to that point, you're just making, you're just constantly making new accounts. Like Dan, the guy with 29 uh eBay accounts, he said if you want to make $10,000 a month, make 10 eBay accounts. You know what I mean? He's like, that's the quickest and easiest way. And it's like the most scalable business because you can put them under your friend's name, add your friend to part of your LLC or LTD. You know what I mean? And build it like that. And I'm like, yo, I didn't even think about it that way. But it makes sense, You just keep building up and scaling sideways and adding friends in and family and, I think he said he has his daughter, his wife, like all of his kids on in like a part of his company, and they all have eBay accounts in their name with their social security numbers and stuff. You know what I mean? He's obviously older. He's like 50 or like 60 or something, but it's like you'd never suspect him of ever even drop shipping. He's like the sweetest old guy. Like, and he's just like, does anybody need help? Like, if you have questions, DM me. Like, just willing to help everybody kind of thing. But he's like literally like he looks like an innocent old man. Mad cool though, mad chill. But he's definitely inspiring because, like I said, he's got 11 LLCs. He got 5 S corporations protecting everything, and then like five to 10 virtual assistants running everything. And then he just splits everything with everybody because of the fact he's making so much money. He said, I had one account do 50,000 in revenue just in December. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I'm like, that's crazy. Like, that's a lot of money. That's pretty much like for any of us, that would pretty much be like, I don't know, like $10,000 profit plus in a month. That's the goal. We got to just keep building up sideways, anywhere but down, really. Keep scaling it. Find friends, find other, even if you can find other people in other countries. Like, we got some people like in the UK that have USA friends. Like, oh yeah, like use my account. I think like that's what Maya's doing right now. She's doing pretty well. She's got her friend from Texas. Meanwhile, she lives in the UK, and she's using her account to sell on. It's pretty cool. Just goes to show everybody someone somewhere wants to make some money, and like I said, like Ruth was saying, if you can get people to return, the best customer is a return customer. So if you can get people to come back and buy in your store, like he said, he was like, if you could get even 8 of those people out of 10 to come back and buy something else, as a return customer, and you lock them in. Caleb has 46% return customer rating, which is just, to me, that's like crazy because I'm like, I've been getting more return customer ratings, but it's because I started kind of messaging more. I edited my AI message, super friendly. I send emojis and stuff. I sell it as a woman. I don't really care. Yeah, there's multiple things that you can do. There's so many different things that you can do in this industry. Freestyle it. No problem, bub. Did anybody else have anything they wanted to say or add on or questions, some insight? But yeah, if you guys don't have your profile set up, go in and make yourselves look very trustworthy. Set up categories. It sets yourself up for return buyers. You know, use emojis in the bio. Don't look like a robot. I don't. I know it's like weird to even be saying that, but some people literally won't put any emojis and it just looks like a blank screen, and you're like, this is kind of depressing. I go on some people's stores and I see that they have, you know, like they have decent sales, and then I look at somebody else that started around the same time that has the emojis, has the banner, has everything set up, and their store and their sales are almost 3 to 4 times doubled of what that person's is. So it's like you definitely have to set up categories and like that 8 out of 8 when you're going onto edit store at the top when it says set up your store. I have a video, I have a banner, I have a sale event banner, I have everything, and I use this all free tools, Canva, Chat GPT. I think all of the Chat GPTs, Gemini. But yeah, it's like I pretty much use everything. In this day and age, you got to use all the resources, and they're pretty much all free. So you might as well take advantage of everything. That's how I've gotten so far. I don't miss any of the meeting. In this game, if you're very dedicated, if you're very dedicated, you can push yourself very far. For my store, I think I used Canva to set up my store video. I make like a short little clip. I added and dragged some photos of some of the products that I have in my store. You know what I mean? It says if you want, all these. I don't know. It's just like eBay Motors. I gotta go back and low key edit my video because I got rid of eBay Motors because just because of the fact of a lot of eBay Motors. Yeah, you can get some sales for eBay Motors, but in my opinion, it's just like, if you're selling stuff for only a 2004 Honda Civic, you're only catering to one specific person. So I got rid of eBay Motors completely. So I have to go back and edit the store video. But I'm sure you can even ask ChatGPT, like, how do I make a eBay store video for free? They might even make you one. I don't know. But yeah, set up your categories, your full store, do the full 8 out of 8. Don't skip nothing. It makes your eBay store look super trustworthy. And then from there, I feel like that definitely equals out to more sales. I guess I don't really get that a lot of friction. Like everybody's like, oh, the US is so hard to sell in and all this and that, but I literally have zero friction. I never get anybody messaging me complaining, yelling at me, all this crazy stuff. I think I avoid 99.9% of all of that just by saying, I use FedEx, Amazon, no, not Amazon, but FedEx fulfillment by Amazon, DHL, USPS, UPS, FedEx, all of that. I pretty much named every carrier service in America just so people, because even if you order off Amazon, it still arrives in sometimes with UPS, FedEx, and USPS service. So that's a good way to get around people complaining like, "Oh, you're just drop shipping from Amazon." I've never got like one comment. And even if like you're in control of your comment section, I don't know if you know this, but you know you can pretty much control your whole comment section. Like somebody had left a bad review on my page, and they're like, "Oh, this item came from Amazon." The next person that commented was like, "This item came from USPS." So like, you know, it kind of fixed itself. But then I also went in and I was like, "Hi, in my bio, it specifically indicates that I use multiple forms of fulfillment. Uh, but I hope you enjoy your item. Like, have a blessed and wonderful day," or so, I don't know, something like that. You know, no, like I said, nobody. And then instantly, I just got a bunch more sales after that. Like, I barely get any friction on my store with what I say, how I move. You know, if you can think of ways to get the least amount of friction on your store, it works. Definitely equals that to more sales. Like I said, I sell as a woman. You know, you can sell as whoever you want. You know, you can sell as whoever you want though. Like I was obviously planning on selling as like I was gonna do something crazy and probably sell as like Coach Steve and only sell like gym and sporting goods at some point once I make like a new account. See what happens. They say some niche driven stores go crazy. Like my girlfriend's account, she has like what is it, like 1,000 items or like 1.5K items posted right now, and like some days she's gotten more sales than me, and I'm like, damn. You know, I've kind of like helped her along the way, but yeah. So I've seen like 2 days where she literally had like 2 or 3 days back to back where she had 13 sales with only 1,000 or 1.5K items. And I'm like me, I think I was only getting like two, two or three at that point. You know what I mean? With like 1,000 items. So like eBay is this giant supercomputer. Its name's like Chassis or something like that. Like, and if you just look it up, it really has like a crazy algorithm to it. And if you can pretty much understand that, you'll pretty much understand eBay. Yeah, my store is pretty much animated. It moves. It it has like a little slideshow. It definitely helps long term. And eBay sees that as like you're trying to put in the air there for the long term. Like scammers are like not really paying that much detail or going that hard. I don't know. I don't know if it like it definitely equals out to more sales, but you know, I don't know how if long term eBay will fully trust me. I mean, they trust me pretty much to give me 24-hour payouts really early on. I think I got them within like 2 weeks. I had gotten like one refund. They took it away for like a day and then gave them right back. So pretty much had 24-hour payouts since like the first 2 or 3 weeks. But just because I've had really good customer service, low return rates, messaging people all the time, super friendly. If people argue with me, I do not argue back. And like if I get a refund, half the time, like everything's relatively cheap. So usually what I'll do is I'll just send a full refund, tell them to keep the item on me. You know. I want the least amount of friction. I don't want eBay to step in. I don't want them to get involved. I don't even want them to look at my account. Most people don't think that they're getting involved, but they are. As soon as I think Caleb was saying that he was like, "Yo, I was like out shopping or something, and he had gotten like 1 or 2 item not received cases, and he was like, by the time I got home, within an hour, he goes, I looked and eBay had closed the cases in my favor. So I'm like that. He's like, they're paying attention more than most people think they are. Like when we get messages from customers on their support desk, any item received case goes to their customer support pretty much. So they're looking at it from their end, and like monitoring cases, especially once they're getting towards that like 3-day deadline of responding to an item not received case. Like they're monitoring stuff like that. So just be careful, They definitely scan messages with their AI. Even themselves, I think personally each account gets like reviewed, Don't argue with customers, it does not end well. You can just think that, if you're kind of toxic, even if you have a toxic mentality, they'll give you the boot. I don't think any of us want that, Did anybody else have anything they wanted to add or discuss or talk about? Group had to go hop into a meeting to help somebody. He does one-on-ones just like Nyan does. But eventually, once you guys build up and get to the I just know so much just from joining so many meetings. But once you guys get to the point of knowing just a lot of information and knowing how everything works, the system works, just having a lot of knowledge, eventually you guys will be able to run the meetings yourselves pretty much. And whoever runs the meetings gets 1,000 credits for it. It's kind of nice. I've gotten the opportunity like once or twice, which is pretty cool. But yeah, just like helping. If you guys need help, my name is Bossman T on the Discord. You could shoot me a message anytime. Nick, Bill's trying to ask you a question in the chat. Sorry, I'm just reading over the Discord. Somebody was talking about starting manually. Yeah, I started manually. If most of you didn't know that, I literally started. I think it's like I don't know, $100 just building up. My money got stuck on eBay. I didn't know how to get it off. I found the Discord. Clico led me to the other mods led me to TrackerBot, and then Yeah, I realized that this was pretty legit. Roop invited me to the main meetings. Yeah, I don't use ChatGPT for my customer responses. I want them to be very, very authentic because they can scan. Uh some people are weird and they'll scan messages and see if it's written with ChatGPT. So yeah, I just try, like, if you have a bulletproof customer service and give them like a good customer experience, you'll pretty much be golden. I have, like I said, I have like almost zero friction. I don't. So another thing I don't do is I don't give them like exact delivery dates. Like, hey, your item's gonna arrive on Tuesday. You know what I mean? I actually went in the AI, the back end of Ecom Sniper. If you right click on the Ecom Sniper extension and click options and scroll down, you can actually edit the AI section and pretty much have it say whatever. Like I have it specifically where it says don't add emojis. I have it add emojis. Uh, like, so if somebody's ordering like a pet item, it'll send like little paw prints and stuff. Like if they're sending a cat or a turtle or a fish, it'll send like little fish. You know what I mean? Aquarium supplies. I've sold all sorts of stuff, so it's pretty cool. It sends like, if it's sending art supplies, or it'll send like a little art brush and like a painting or something, like in the emojis. Thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, like once you get comfortable with the software, there's so much different stuff you guys could play with. And like I said, I didn't know none of this stuff. Like probably like I self-taught myself everything, and I've even showed Roop and a few other people some stuff. But like I learned myself. The software pretty much has everything that you would need, and it's only just gonna keep getting better. So. But then, and for UK people, it's like I know a lot of people. I've talked about it with a few people because I don't, obviously I'm not from there, but I understand the problem of being to having to push past that insertion fee. Because if I was from the UK myself, I would be pushing everything. I'd be finding friends, family members, accounts that I could sell on. I'd be asking cousins and relatives and everybody. You know what I mean? I would try and find people in the US to sell from. And then yeah, I would scale up sideways, Even like Group was saying, selling in the US isn't gonna make you super rich or anything, but it will cover a portion of the listing fees, to make you push past that insertion fees to get anchor and stuff. But yeah, that's what I would do. Me personally, I'd be pushing in every aspect. Is there anybody else? Has anything else they want to add? Got 16 people in here. I didn't even realize there's that many people.
I didn't realize you guys were still going. I left like 2 hours ago.
No, yeah, it's not, like some people just get shy to ask questions and think outside the box and be a little crazy. I'm just trying to make sure we don't miss anybody. A lot of people like to stay quiet and just try and soak in information. A lot of people learn in different ways. I'm one of those people that likes to talk and talk about all different crazy ideas and topics, and you know what I mean? I feel like that's the best way to learn.
I don't believe you.
No, I feel like I feel like just talking about like different crazy subjects, that's how you get ideas out. I just think about any like crazy inventor from the past, like it's like those ideas were just coming out of there, like, just flowing, free flowing pretty much, talking about different topics. And
Just talk if you have a question. The guy who raised a hand.
Yo, hello.
yo, what's up, Andrew?
So, I was just wondering, like,
Are
how
you
much warm up do you guys usually do on your Amazon accounts?
are you from USA?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm from New York City, but what's it called? So usually what you would do is order like two items to yourself first.
Mhm.
Wait till they're fully delivered, and then the safest way that I've heard is start off with one item, then move to two, then three, then four. Like as each day goes on, and then once you hit five, just start moving, you know, to the next account.
Okay. So just order two things to my
Yeah,
address.
like real cheap, like a dollar or two. Wait till they're
Okay.
fully delivered.
And then after that, it'd be safe to start fulfilling orders on there.
Hmm.
All right. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I know a few people. I know there's one person at least that there's like a dude in the UK that has like 40 ID verified Amazon accounts, which is absolutely insane. I don't even know how they haven't like specifically blocked him, but you'd think that they would stop people like that, but I don't think they care that much, if that's even possible. It's crazy. Like Caleb, he has like 54 Amazon accounts. Jonathan, he has 30 Amazon accounts. They're pretty big in the US. And then, there's a bunch of different crazy websites, those proxy servers and stuff. Like one of them I heard of is multi-login. You could use it for multiple different Amazon accounts. I don't know how expensive it is. One of my friends was telling me about it. Oh yeah, take advantage of the free trial that Amazon gives. Like a lot of people sleep on that. I what's it called? With each Amazon Prime that you sign up for, you can obviously you watch free movies. So it's like it makes you just look more normal. You know what I mean? It's kind of part of, you could use it as part of your warm up. You know what I mean? Oh, like he watched a movie on his Amazon Prime. You know what I mean? There's a lot of free movies if you have 54 accounts like Caleb, you know. You sit there for like, what is a movie? An hour, 2 hours long each one. It's a lot of hours.
What is multi-login? I'm just on the website. Is that like cloud-based devices for like the Amazon accounts? It just looks like you
So
get like different browser profiles that you can like run in the cloud. Is
yeah,
that what
pretty
it's
much.
for?
Yeah, it'd be like different browsers that are like, you just have multiple different Amazon accounts like running from that. And I heard of like a few different ones too that are like kind of similar. People told me they're like, oh, you should look into it, but I'm like, what the hell is this?
Mm.
Yeah, I still think Group's method is the best with just, static IPs. Like I said, I'm pretty much just learning off of everybody else. So I take their word and, ask Jonathan and Caleb, and sometimes we just hop in calls and kind of discuss stuff and go over ideas and talk about all these crazy topics, how our week's been. They're like kind of in a race too. They're trying to see who can make. They're in a race to 100 Amazon accounts right now because they're just going around buying all their friends and neighbors and like all everybody's eBay accounts pretty much. They're just in like a race to see who can get to 100 Amazon accounts first. And Caleb's to the point where he's almost making one each day now. It's like he's like, yeah, now I just make them, and I'm like, he's like, I do it by accident sometimes. I'll just make extra ones, and I'm like, bro, how? And he's like, yeah, I warm up like 4 or 5 at a time, and I'm like, that's crazy, bro. And he warms them up by he has 6 Poshmark accounts, and he pretty much just orders the items to himself while warming them up. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty crazy. Once you get locked in with a crazy routine and a good method, it's over. The limits are endless. Yeah, I utilize that Prime free that free trial period. Hell yeah. I love that thing. Because really you don't have to pay until like I think it's like 20 days after or something, like a month after. And yeah, you don't really have to, you can just warm them up first, kind of, let the items deliver, and then pay later on. I did that on my other Amazon account. Belos, what are you working on for your other store today? I've been mad curious, bro. I'm still wondering what he's gonna do with that 2 billion euro account. Because I'm like, would you just push a store like that to the limit and wait? You know what I mean? Like build up the other 2 or 3 stores that he has first, and then just go absolutely crazy on the third one, like the fourth one or third one or whatever it is. Oh, I didn't see Ezekiel in the call. Yeah, I guess that's about it. Nobody else is really talking or got any questions.
I feel like a lot of people think they need to stay in the call till the end to get credits.
Yeah.
There's like 16 people and there's not many. I don't know. Maybe they're just listening in the background like an ebook.
Yeah, like a little podcast, just chilling. Sometimes I do that while I'm cleaning and stuff.
No, someone's cooking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I listen to it like a podcast half the time.
Yeah,
Like, I'll be cooking and stuff.
Need to hire like a host that does ASMR.
You're listening to Boss Man T on the radio.
Literally.
Oh yeah, it's like nighttime for you guys over there. I be forgetting that it's like 3 p.m. over here.
Is there anything interesting talked in like the last 2 hours? Because I left quite early. I had stuff to do.
No, it wasn't too crazy. It was a lot of people going over, like new guys going over, like most of the basics, what to do with returns and
No like hacks on how to get unlimited limits or anything like that.
no, I wish. I'm still waiting on that one, brother. I'm still waiting on that. Yeah, I'm saying, I feel like eventually someone's gonna come in here and be like, "Oh, I work at eBay." Like, I was wondering about Ecom Sniper. Like,
One of the VAs I interviewed actually worked at eBay.
that's what I'm saying. There was somebody that came in the group that worked at in the Discord. He worked at Meta, which is pretty cool. I think as we grow, I don't know if Roop has told you guys this, but the CEO of TrackerBot is in the Discord. Just he doesn't say anything, but he's just lurking, because I'm pretty sure he was probably like, where are all these new people coming from? you know. And eventually maybe we'll get some deals worked out or a cheaper subscription cost or something worked out. As we grow, it'll just keep getting bigger and bigger. And, as people come from AutoDS, I hear a lot of people in the US come from AutoDS, like, because so AutoDS is pretty much just like their system works, yeah, but it's kind of like a scam. Like, so Caleb used it for a full year before switching to Ecom Sniper. And yeah, he had a terrible experience. He was there for a full year, right? Thought he was making money, but when it came down to it and he looked over everything, he pretty much broke even the whole time. And I'm like, wow, that's absolutely terrible, So he had a terrible experience.
There's like an entrepreneur who has like a YouTube channel in the UK. His name's Mark Tilbury. I think he done a video on AutoDS. I think it was AutoDS. That's why I never touched it. I just like before Ecom Sniper, I kind of
Obviously,
thought most of dropshipping was a scam. So like because there's so many advertisements like that from like rich people, but like if a rich person is advertising it and they don't use it day to day, I don't take it too seriously.
No, so I was listening to so me and Belos have obviously we'll be behind the scenes like talking about crazy stuff, helping some of the new people fix their accounts and stuff, and like just ping ponging ideas back and forth. And like I said, he had met Britt Cart in real life while he was at the checkout, and it's like a 45-year-old woman, and she was just like, "Oh, I have like multiple systems in place." And like the more he thought about it, he was like, "Yeah." Like he started looking into her store, and she has stuff from AliExpress, she has stuff from Amazon, she has stuff from all these different suppliers. And he's like, "How is she doing this? She has to be using multiple softwares. It's the only way that it makes sense. You know what I mean?" And yeah, that's pretty much just what he came to the conclusion. Like she's using maybe AutoDS for fulfillment, another service to post the items. But it's like, I don't know. Every time I check back on their store, they literally like have 1,000 more items sold. I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah.
It just makes me think about that. I'm like, So it's that point once we figure out like what systems work best and all sorts of crazy ideas and push further. And, like I said, I'm trying specific niches now. On my girl's account, she only has like 1,000 items or like 1,500 items, but meanwhile, you know, she's gotten like 13 sales, back to back for like, maybe like 2-3 days. And I'm like, Jesus, like my account was nothing like that. And cause she does marketing and, she went to college for marketing and business. And, And she's like, no, I'm focusing on a specific niche. And I was like, okay. And her account's actually doing pretty good. I feel like it slowed up a little bit the momentum just because she doesn't have any low price items, but it's still like, I don't think she's had a dry day in like mad long. And I'm like me, I know me, in the beginning I had a lot of slow days.
Well, that's how you're supposed to use multiple accounts according to eBay's policies, is like using different product categories. It's just kind of unfortunately difficult to, I mean, at least I can't really think of a way that you would separate categories using the product hunter.
Yeah, that's what I was having kind of a problem with.
You would have to do it manually.
Yeah,
but like ideally that was like, if everything is by the book, if you have separate accounts that are separate categories, because eBay allows you to have multiple accounts. It's just if they investigate it and they see multiple accounts have duplicate items essentially, then that isn't allowed.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of glad that I found that ASI method and being able to post certain specific stuff. Once I found that, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. This might work in the future.
What was that? Sorry, do you use a software, did you say?
No, the ASIM method. Have you heard or seen that method? Yeah, I showed it to like Group and a few other people, and he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah." He thought Nyan showed that to me, and I was like, "No, I was just looking around at a bunch of different stuff, and I'm like, there's got to be a way to bulk list and product substitution." Because I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah, I see does that, but he uses a different software for it. So he doesn't filter it.
Yeah, it's nice.
So
Like I said, I just search on Amazon. I'll just type in like bestsellers, and like specific categories: best-selling hiking products, best-selling women products, best-selling emergency supplies, best-selling everything, pretty much. And I just steal everything, and that actually works pretty well for me. Like most of the stuff that I post, it's like I got half the day I pretty much had, I think like almost I think I had 1.1 thousand listing views, like 9 sales halfway through the day. But mainly my days get busy towards the end of the day once my sale event ends. It ends every day around like 7:30 or 8:30. I set it to usually. And then I run the tracker and then I relaunch the sale event. When did we even start this call? I don't even know. Oh, literally like 3 hours ago. Jesus.
These calls used to be like 50 minutes long.
Yeah, Roop was saying that because it's crazy. So, like the USA ones, if we allowed them to, they would literally go for like 5 hours. And some of them do, where it's just people like sharing crazy ideas. And Roop is like, why not my groups like that? And I'm like, bro, you just got to get people like that. I'm like, I don't think there is enough UK people, but eventually it will build up to that. Yeah, like that one guy that randomly came into the Discord. He's got I think he has what is it, like 7 eBay accounts and he has 40 Amazon accounts, but he uses a different software. And Roop just was like, whatever, he can chill because he's just mad friendly and helpful, and you know what I mean. And he's not even trying, like he's not, from what I've understood, or he hasn't hit anybody up like being like, yo, buy my software or anything. He's not pushing it. He's just kind of studying Ecom Sniper. I think he wants to switch to Ecom Sniper. So
But as the group goes on, you know, and he's from the UK, but as the group goes on, we're just gonna keep getting bigger and finding different people and all sorts of stuff, different hacks. Because there's one guy Roop was telling me about when me, Roop, and Belos we talked about for like I don't know, like 2-3 hours one day. And we were just all sharing ideas and talking about stuff. And what's it called? There was one guy that Roop was saying he was like, yeah, he pretty much figured out how to order like, you know, like 200 to 500 items on one Amazon account, but he was trying to get Roop to pay like $5,000 or $10,000 for that information. And Roop was kind of just like, you know, like we'll eventually figure it out ourselves. Like, yeah, that knowledge is like good, but it's just like I feel like that should be shared for free between the community, like not at a price. And as time goes on, we're just gonna find more and more stuff out. Am I even join the weekly meeting? Later, Serene. Catch you later. Yeah, I think that's about it, guys. Until next week, I'll let Root know to end the meeting. You can start editing it and all that fun stuff. Post it on YouTube for everybody. Thanks everybody for coming. Until next week.